Hey everyone, this is Lights Camera Initiative, back at you with another episode of our Tales from the Yawning Portal run-through. First episode of White Plume Mountain, which I've been looking forward to for a while, and I hope y'all have been too.
I don't know what
I'm Mario Vilas, your illustrious dungeon master. On the table are my friends, who have joined me week after week. And, say hi to the people, everyone.
Hey,
hi people.
Call them people, man. Call them people.
There are people.
You monster. Yes, so where we last left off, the group had successfully defeated the hidden shrine of Tamawashi, taking their well-earned gold and heading back across the ocean to familiar lands, heading towards the mountain you were told of by a dwarven bard who spoke of 3 great treasures, in addition to others, but there were 3 great ones. The blade, Black Razor, the trident, Wave, and the hammer, Whelm. Enticed by the possibility of glorious battle and well-earned weapons, our heroes journeyed forth, and as they see in the horizon a plume of white smoke issuing forth from the open mouth of a volcano. You can see it for at least 100 miles in every direction. It also makes a loud roaring sound that is audible for not quite as far, but still pretty far.
Is it constant?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not super loud unless you're really close to it, but it is constantly like releasing steam and like a sound, almost like a monster's maw.
Huh.
Many brave adventurers have been devoured within the plume. The question is, shall you join them?
Well, we're going home.
We won't join them because we'll be successful.
That's what I like to hear. Right before you die. However, in the meantime, as you've been traveling, you've had some time to kind of do your own thing. And we're going to go over exactly what these things are for downtime. But first, there's the first order of business. Some of you were interested in offloading your goods in order to, maximize your monetary issue and possibly obtain some, goods of similar use. You already managed to sell the cursed axe to a museum that collects ancient pieces of history. That was actually part of the gold you guys got. I already did that. But for the museum doesn't really deal in more standard magic items. For that, you needed a specialist. And the specialist, the group of you found. Conveniently, it's a traveling caravan heading along a similar path that you would on the way to the Plume. Having known of your interests, they changed course to meet with you. About a day away from the town you're heading towards, you see coming up around over a hill is what looks like the lead wagon of a caravan. There are 2 oxen that are pulling it, and the carriage itself is made of wood with iron slats upon the side, and painted in big bright letters are Magestro's magnificent mansion of wonders. Now the paint starts to move when you look at it. The letters animating and like dancing back and forth and like turning into lines of green and red and then reforming themselves in different colors. Out in front of leading the oxen is a young dwarf, probably 80, 85. He has a thick beard that's knotted, like on purpose, and down into like a beard dread, basically. He's bald on top of his head and wears a pair of thick, what look like goggles. As he stops, the ox stop in front of him and says, "You a silver god?"
Yes.
Alright, round back. He hits with the back of his fist the thing, and it's a As he does, and you start moving around the back, the two like slotted doors fly open, and a red carpet comes sprawling out magically that you can actually see like dust falling along the ground, clearing away leaves and causing grass to like flatten. Not in a way that damages the grass, just it flattens and kind of makes like a monster's tongue rolls out before you. As you do, although there's nothing for the carpet to be on, it still makes steps naturally up into the wagon. And as you approach, you can tell it's bigger on the inside. You look inside the wagon and you see a modestly sized, about 30 feet by like 70 feet room. There are all sorts of tables with like knickknacks and blades, and there's an armor stand in the back. It looks like a pretty standard shop of magical gear and variety. And inside there is a dwarven man, very old, ruddy and red in the face, wearing a pair of thick bifocals with they don't have any stems, but instead they're attached by like a thick silver and platinum chain. And as you enter, he flourishes his hand. He says, come in. I am Magestro, and this is my marvelous mansion of knickknacks and spiritual treasures. And as he says this, the whole like room in front of him starts to glow as powder kind of washes over everything, and as it does, all the weapons like get up and like move back and forth, like seemingly waving towards you. The armor salutes you. Potion bottles like begin spinning around. It's almost like something out of like you think they might start singing "Be Our Guest," but they don't. And as they do, they sit back down, and he gets up and seemingly glides forward. He actually is walking, but he walks with such grace that it almost looks like his legs aren't moving at all. As he seemingly levitates up towards the front, and he says, please, come in. I have heard that the Silver Guard has things that they wish to sell. Magestro is in the dealings of buying many magical items. Of course, I have things you may be interested in as well. But please, come in. Show me what you have for sale. And he leads the group of you in. As he does, the slots close. The inside is cool, almost like air conditioned, if your characters knew what that was. It's definitely more pleasant than the road outside. As you walk in, all your clothes are cleaned, and all the dirt and blood and whatever else you have on you is just washed away as like what you can only describe as pixie dust of some kind just pours all over you.
My dirt and my leaves!
You'll be right, man. There's a. I saw a big thing of dust inside.
Oh, you know, as soon as he goes outside, he's gonna like roll around in the bushes.
So you're my cat now.
We gather all his twigs and dirt.
He says, so, before I show you mine, why don't you show me yours?
Okay.
Show me.
I will turn to, I suppose, Squig, unless somebody else was keeping it.
I have the list of items.
Pull out the sack and slowly start pulling out.
I thought it was just the
Stuff one by one.
Okay, he looks over your items. Which are you showing him first?
We have the amulets of protection from turning and the spear.
So that's the first thing you show him? I'm asking, what are you showing him first?
We can go down the list.
We'll show him the
Just
rod of
reaching.
the pack keeper first.
Rod of the Pack Keeper first?
Yeah.
Okay. You show him the Rod of the Pact Keeper. He picks it up, he holds it. At this point, he's basically like almost levitated back to his desk. His glasses come up to his face, and he gives it a look over, and he says, well, it's interesting. I see things here I like, but I also see things here I don't like. It looks like it's been very damaged over time. And he points out like scuffs and marks that have just happened over a long time. He says, you see, I would not be able to get full price for this. It'd be very difficult to even get half. Market price would be for it whole would be 400, and I can give you half of that. 200.
We could spend some time weaving magics to fix it.
Oh yes, I do in fact plan on fixing it, but the 200 is part of my time and effort that I will take to get this into a sellable state, you see.
It's not like we're going to use it.
That's true.
So,
I'm fine.
I mean, honestly, I'd give you 100 if not for the fact that it's clearly very old and antique.
Hasn't been used.
Fine.
Excellent.
Although we could have haggled.
I do not have the charisma score for that.
I don't
He
know.
hands you over. He waves his hand, and as he does, a pair of glowing silver hands drop a pouch of. Or actually, he brings him what looks like a box with a bunch of which a number of strange buttons on it, and he goes, "Okay, what else do you have for me?"
Did we want to try passing off that whistle, or are we holding off on that?
You mean Nightcrawler? Yeah, we could. We might as well, because otherwise I was thinking about it.
Somebody else to use it.
We don't want someone else to use it, but if you think about it, if we hold on to it, eventually.
What is this?
I'll.
Night caller?
We did find this in one of our earliest adventures.
Sure.
We'll pull it out.
Well, Night caller, and he says, interesting, unique, not very powerful. Market price for a necromancy item like this would be around 400, but I'll say 6. It seems to be made specially.
Seems to have some specific requirements for it too, which probably helps its strength.
But it also limits its usefulness.
Is he saying 6 gold?
600.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you 600 for the
Except for magic items are priceless typically.
Yeah.
We're basically.
I mean, I don't have anything to correlate this to for price.
You can make an intelligence roll. You are intelligent, aren't you?
Yeah.
To have an idea of how much it's worth.
I had 18.
And you're
18? 400 would actually be about what a normal item like this would be worth. It is worth more. He's not ripping you off. He's giving you,
fair.
Fair. He's a businessman. Yeah. It's always going to be leaned towards him, but he's not, totally ripping you off.
Yeah, well, Austrian Kirky's been more than fair so far.
Is there a guarantee we can get this won't go to anyone sinister?
Do I look sinister to you?
Other customers.
I work with temples. They will buy it and destroy it.
Fair enough.
Okay. I gave yourself for him. I was going to offer him gold for a guarantee.
He misunderstood. He says anything else.
No, he understood.
We have. We'll show him the +1 spear now, I guess.
The ancient +1 spear.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you best out all the magic weapons?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So he looks at the +1 spear, the +1 dagger, and the +1.
I do
mace
have
and
one
the
of the +1 daggers.
Okay. We had 2.
Yeah.
So plus the +1 dagger, the +1 mace, the +1 spear. Was that it?
His whip was just a regular whip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, +1 dagger, +1 spear, +1 mace.
And he says, "These are all nice, old, damaged, but antiques. I can give you 1,200 for the lot of them.
For 4 weapons?
For 3 weapons.
For 3.
Yeah, 3.
Mace, spear, dagger. They'll give you 1,200.
It's fine.
400 each is not bad.
Okay. Yes.
We'll show him the braces of defense next.
He says, "Ooh, this I like." He looks it over. Yes, very old, clearly. Some pre-magic spells. I could sell these to some sort of monk or wizard, perhaps. The smell is something awful, but I have things to get rid out. Let's say 4,000. Call it even.
For the bracelet
Really
defense.
braces. Yeah. That's yeah. I guess because we're not using them. Anyway.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Just shutting up at that point is.
Or two
Well,
men,
so
right?
it's not hair related. I think that's why.
Next time we show.
Necklaces is turning.
Yeah, we'll show them the amulets of protection from tyranny.
It says, these are nice, but one of them, look, and it points out that one of them has a big crack in it, and he says,
Ooh.
damaging, will require lengthy repairs. I could fix it, but it'll cut into my overhead. I'll say 4,000 for the first one, 2,000 for the damaged one.
We're not using them anyways. Useless as.
Yeah.
Well, if it's that damaged, it would take that much time. We could just hold on to it.
If you believe you have the ability to manage yourself.
He's emerging. He knows what he's doing. He knows what special.
I've tried the Hassel game, but then I remembered it's charisma, not int.
You
Yeah.
can try. I mean, you can always roll well.
Yeah.
Did you want to try to roll persuasion?
We could give it a shot.
Actually, something that might help. They are protection for undead monsters. You said you work with temples that would destroy the vessel. If these artifacts are potentially evil in nature as well, would you not be destroying them as well? Would a crack not have started you off?
For me, persuasion.
That's pretty good argument, yeah.
Should really just play bards more often so I can just talking shit. That's 15 for me, give or take whether or not he might be a fan or something.
Okay. He says, well, you bring a good point. Alright, I'll say 4 for the both of them. Since half the work is done, I won't count it as a disadvantage.
Is that 4 for?
But I
It's
tell
4
you,
for each.
I'm being very generous.
I'm prepared to be as well.
Yes. What else do you have? Is that all?
We have a wand of entanglement if you guys don't care. The only person who's ever used it is you.
I'm fine.
You want to sell one there?
Red? Yes or no?
You already have a tank.
Actually,
Can't hold on
Yes,
to
it's
it
just the
forever,
one
you hoarder.
attunement. Oh, it does require attunement.
Yeah, it does.
I want to ask. Actually, no. Okay, no, never mind. Actually, it doesn't matter. I thought something might matter, but that didn't. So.
So,
Wand of entanglement then.
Might as well.
it's nice,
Does.
but pretty standard. It's not an antique. At least not enough of one to really matter. Market is 400. That's all I'm willing to give.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else that we're specifically gonna trade.
Did anybody particularly want the bracelet of stone magic?
I thought the Warden
Is-
had it.
Yeah, Thoradin took it.
Okay.
So,
It's not really another one I can think of. Yeah, that's
I forgot the sheet that had all this stuff on it. So,
That looks like if everyone
Okay.
else is using this stuff.
Alright. Sounds good. Now, would you like to see mine?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. Well, for any adventurer, the first thing you need is to stay alive. You have some options. He pulls out a little box and he says, most of the things in this shop are already spoken for, making deliveries and stuff. But I will show you what has not been claimed yet. He puts a box. There are it's like a soda holder. It has 3 bottles and a big bottle, all with red liquid in them.
Healing potions.
He says, these are healing potions, of course. I'm willing to part with them. He has 3.
Trading with them got us each 2,400 gold pieces each if we split.
Well, I think this would be taking it out of the total healings.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if for individual money. It's
You said you don't mark it yet. Did you?
That's fast as hell.
Well, I wrote down 2,400, but I can ignore it. Like it's
Fast as hell with the pencil.
it's just a number.
A freaking paper that had all this stuff on it, and then I fucking forgot it because I am a hack.
Yeah, I drove to town yesterday and forgot my wallet. So I had to drive all the way back. And then back again.
He has 3 potions of greater healing. They heal for 44 plus 4. They are worth 325 gold each. And he says, I will let them go for all of them 975.
For what they're worth. Yes.
Additionally,
Sounds cool.
this last bottle, and he pulls out, and there's like, not only is it a huge bottle, but it has like gold runes all over it, and it's just like this fat. And he says, only the most rarest and powerful of healing potions. He is willing to offer you a potion of supreme healing. Heals 10d4 plus 20 for 10,000 gold.
10d4 plus what?
10d4 plus 20. It's the strongest healing potion you can get. Like in the game. There's none that good.
I think we need something like that.
I think it'd be cool to have.
I just
Well,
am interested in something that
think
rips
about it.
enemies out of the sky, and I don't want to, because I could afford that right now. I have
Yeah.
2,000 gold.
I know.
Alright,
But
he
then
also...
you have no gold for anything else. That's the real problem there.
I'll take the gold.
He also says, but perhaps you will think on this. We have other things, of course. The next 3 things are scrolls given to me by powerful spellcasters. Rare and powerful. The first of which is a scroll that can bring you from the dead, no matter what remains of you, even as little as dust. It will probably be above your budget, but I figure I should mention it nonetheless. He's offering you a scroll of true resurrection for 100,000 gold.
We can't afford that.
We can't afford that.
Blame random tables, guys. I don't know what's
Hey, we're not.
With the money we got from selling stuff, are you sure we can't?
Yes, I'm
yes,
sure.
if we all
no,
pool our
we're
monies
not.
together, we would have
No,
maybe
we wouldn't
half.
have that
Okay.
much.
We'd maybe have half.
Bummer. I was interested.
You know more than half. Y'all have about 10,000.
We all should have 10,000.
Yeah, but that's only half, or like a
There's
little bit
6
more
left.
than half.
It's a little bit more.
Well,
That's what I'm saying,
half.
more than half.
False hopes.
Anyway, so I'm just saying.
These are very tempting.
He also has 2 more scrolls. A scroll of
Our companion here is a wizard. He is the one who enjoys scrolls more than anyone. Out of the arcane.
says, now perhaps this scroll is a little too above your pay grade, but we have others. The first of which is a scroll of...
We're adventurers, but we are not parents.
Yet.
It's what the shit wrong, guys.
That was just in character.
Just we just haven't. I don't know.
I don't think I could ever be a baron. Too much time spent in bars.
Yes.
It says the... Oh, right, I remember what they were.
Be a
It
corrupt
says
bear.
the first of which is a spell.
I wouldn't have any money to be a baron.
Spell so powerful, yet only wrapped up in a single word, capable of completely disabling any enemy who hears it, such as its terrible might. He's willing to sell you a scroll of power word stun for 10,000 gold.
That's on the cleric spell, isn't it? Or is that
Oh, it's on wizard.
That's on wizard. Or what level is
8th
that though?
level.
That's too high a level. You can't cast
That
it.
is
And he
that is
says-
awesome
but
though.
The other thing,
That is awesome.
He
though.
could cast it, but it would destroy the scroll, and it has a chance of
destroy
failing.
the scroll anyway.
I know.
Cast
I
any
mean,
scroll destroys
If he gets it
Can't
now, even if he
compare
can't
to
cast
Thoradin
it now,
putting
he
in
doesn't
his
have to.
Additionally, I have another scroll. This scroll. It's very powerful. Capable of trapping a creature in an endless, terrible maze, like the Minotaur of ancient lore. It will take their greatest wits to release them, and even then, it's not so certain. Use it upon your worst enemies. Something so powerful, of course, I could not let go for less than 25,000 gold. He is also offering you a scroll of maze, another 8th level spell, because random tables are weird.
Wow, this is really cool. His introduction to it was cool, but I always thought that spell was so goofy and random.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
you to me! What?
Yeah, you have to get out of it by rolling int checks.
Oh, no.
Not int saves.
I know what it is.
Int checks.
I know
Meaning
what
if
it
they have
is.
legendary resistance, you go, you can't get out.
I know what it is, but it strikes me as random and goofy as
Oh,
far as the spell
Plus,
goes.
don't they also
That's
have
random
to-
and goofy. He says, perhaps I have a couple things that are more your speed.
He sold it, but like, out of character.
This next thing, and he pulls out from behind a shelf a beautiful green and brown emerald and like a deep clay color cloak that seems to blend into its surroundings. And he says this cloak was forged by ancient elves, said to be given to the elven queen's high guards. A cloak of elven kind. I could let it go for 600 gold.
do.
Out of 600 gold,
Mhm.
I'll definitely take that. Does it require attunement? What does it do?
The cloak of elven kind.
It
Sounds
lets
like
you-
a camouflage.
I don't know.
I
It should be
don't know. I
something-
kind of like it too.
It's the cloak Frodo and Sam got. That look.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds exactly like
Not wearing it.
fucking.
It goes in my
I don't
house.
recall exactly what it does,
I'm
but like
pretty
somebody
sure
has it in my
you just
cantrip
trip
as
on it.
well.
It's long.
He's already-
Well, it's
Oh,
for-
The
yeah.
cloak of
Oh,
elven
yeah.
kind requires attunement. When you wear this cloak with its hood up, perception checks to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks made to hide.
Does he have
He's
two
always
of
wearing a
them?
hood anyway.
He has one.
I always wear my hood up anyway, so yeah, for real.
He says, well then will you be paying?
Yeah, I'll buy it.
He hands you the cloak, you hand him the gold. And he
Nice.
says, the next thing I have, and he pulls out a, is it not in here? Where'd it go? No, it's not in here.
There's
Also,
something
little
here.
cloak of elven kind in
Yeah.
here for you, if you want to know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next thing he pulls out is a silver circlet with a blue jewel at the top. And he says, this is a powerful item, capable of summoning forth fire. I can sell it for 300 gold. He's offering you a circlet of blasting. No attunement required. While wearing this circlet, you can use an action to cast the Scorching Ray spell with it. When you make the spell's attacks, do so with an attack bonus of +5. The circlet cannot be used this way until the next dawn. So it's a free once per day fucking blast of fire from your circlet.
From
no
your
attunement.
fucking
Yeah, you could just be
Level one
like,
scorching ray, so it's 3 beams.
it's a Scorching Ray spell with a +5 to hit.
Awesome. That's cool.
And 300 gold.
Sounds cool. I'm not going to buy buy it myself, but it sounds cool.
If you want to get it, it's
kind of cool.
And he says, would you be interested?
Is there stat? Or is it
It's just +5 cast
okay.
Scorching Ray.
I was gonna say if it's a stat, then we obviously know who's gonna take that.
Dang.
Dang. I think either of you two can take it. I mean, anyone can take
Anyone
it.
could
but
take
it's-
it.
Right, it's not a
Go
two.
ahead.
Anyone who
Oh no,
wants to
if
freaking
you show
lazy
interest in it,
their
I will
Yeah.
totally pull out a dice.
Well, it is interesting, but I'm on the part with it for somebody else to take it. And that might be more useful.
Alright.
Either way,
Sure.
we'll have it in our group inventory.
Okay, so,
Same way.
and he says, now this next thing is more party tricks than anything, but I figure perhaps it would be interesting for you. And he pulls out, almost like it flies into his hand, is a deck of playing cards that he begins shuffling. And he shuffles, and then he pulls one, and then throws it on the floor. And as he does, the card hits the floor, and appearing in front of each of you is a... appearing in front of each of you out of the card is a black-robed, staff-holding, skeletal-faced lich as it holds its hand and...
So Jack of Illusion.
Yeah,
All prepared to attack.
You prepare to attack.
Popped off.
As you swing at it. Or do you swing at it?
Yeah.
Okay, you swing at it, but it's revealed that it is in fact nothing. And he says, it is merely illusions. You draw from the deck, you throw it on the ground, and it creates the illusions of creatures. Great at parties. I like you, so I'll say 100 gold.
I like that.
You did just use one of the cards, though.
So?
The cards are reusable. aren't they?
I thought they weren't. I thought once you use it, they're gone.
I
The
don't.
card that he threw did disintegrate.
Yeah, it does disappear.
Oh,
But it's 51 cards.
It
I
is...
it doesn't necessarily have to.
Huh? Well, I'm going by regular.
It has 33 cards. Now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. No one else will.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by
You want
it.
to buy the Deck of Illusions?
Yeah, for
Deck of Illusions has 33 cards. Magic of the deck functions only if the cards are drawn at random. You can use an action to draw a card at random from the deck and throw it on the ground at a point within 30 feet of you.
What was it called?
A Deck of Illusions. Here. Read that.
What do you call the circlet?
Circlet of Blasting. He holds out a pair of horseshoes. And he says, these horseshoes have been magically enchanted so that the horse they are affixed to can ride like the wind, literally. Very powerful. These are horseshoes of the Zephyr. These iron horseshoes come in a set of 4, while the horseshoes are affixed to the hooves of a horse or similar creature. They allow the creature to move normally while floating 4 inches above the ground. This effect means the creature can cross or stand above non-solid or unstable surfaces such as water or lava. The creature leaves no tracks and ignores difficult terrain. In addition, the creature can move at normal speed for up to 12 hours per day without suffering exhaustion from a forced march. And he's out there.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
I'll say.
He says, and I'm willing to part with it for 20,000. Rare magical item. Not many exist.
Can I see the item description again? What was it? Horseshoes of Zephyr?
Horseshoes of the Zephyr. He then says, you, elf, it's a nice bow you have there. Perhaps you would like something to go along with it. And he pulls out a small, kind of like oil-scented paper quiver. Inside you see the top of 10 arrow shafts. The feathers are yellow and black and seem to glow. And he pulls out an arrow and holds it to you, and he says, these arrows were created by the captain of the forest guard, one of the Elven Queen's high consorts. Very powerful. You'll find none like them, save for at Magestros. He is offering you a bundle of 10 plus 3 arrows for 15,000 gold.
Plus 3.
10 plus 3.
Oh, that's-
You can go and pick them up, right?
Get.
From corpses.
No, they lose their magic.
If it hits something, they're gone. But they're plus 3.
For 15,000.
15,000.
Get back
Yeah,
to
that's-
me on that one.
Okay. What about the horseshoes?
I don't have 20. What was it? 25,000.
20,000.
I don't have 20,000.
No, you can borrow from someone else. You can try to hide
I want
them
to hear
down.
what else he has.
Okay.
We'll come back later.
Just because he takes it off the table doesn't mean it's off of the table.
No, it's gone. Fuck you. Decide.
already put it away.
Well, he deals with a lot of orders. If
No,
we
he's
leave
not-
and come back to him later, it is. I think
Yeah,
it would be
no,
fair enough.
that would be.
No, I don't
He's
need
that,
you.
he's that one rare merchant in the game where his inventory is only filled with timer items.
The next thing he pulls
Hey,
out
it's
is
got-
a green paper fan that he holds out and he says, "This fan is capable of conjuring great winds." This is a wind fan. No attunement required. While holding this fan, you can use an action to cast a gust of wind spell. Save DC 13 from it. Once used, the fan cannot be used till next dawn. Or no, shouldn't be used till next dawn. Each time it is used again before that, there's a 20% chance, cumulative, of it not working and tearing into useless tatters. So you can use it more than once a day, but chance of breaking.
That's cool. It gives you the option, I guess.
Yeah, not many items like do that. I do like that.
I guess it depends on how much it is. Cause
600 gold.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Gust of wind.
Is the gust of wind spell really that good?
What is it? Yeah, what is
I remember being underwhelmed.
It
I'm going
depends.
Knocks people back.
Strong line.
If somebody's on a
strong
cliff
line, 60
or
feet
climbing
wide,
up
50
something,
wide,
gust of
flat
wind,
sheet.
not
You
water.
know, to
Choose
me, it
from
depends
sponsor.
means it's not
Each
worth
creature
it.
that starts a turn line must succeed on
Well,
a strength
well, that's
save
just
for
like
push
Same
or
thing you
push
said
away.
with,
Maybe.
weapons.
That's
Direction
usually a
follow.
good
I guess
use.
it's good in
For a
certain
weaker
circumstances.
situationally good.
It also makes people have to use.
Potions
I
are
would,
situational.
I would,
No, they're not.
I would.
If you're at
bring-
full health, they're useless.
I'm gonna bring up metagaming since we're gonna be going into a volcano. It's probably gonna be lava floors or lava pits. You could use the fan to push enemies into them.
That's that is a really good point. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not even
I just
metagaming,
like the
like, you know
idea.
better.
I just like the idea of having gust of wind because I have thought about trying to prepare it, but not
You should take it. It's only 600.
Just buy it. You got money.
Sure.
You got
Nobody
dosh
Nobody else wants it. Does everyone
It's
want a
gonna be
pretty green
written
fan?
on your goddamn tombstone. If no one else wants it, if
I
you
want
it, just say
that.
you
That is
want it.
much too early for now.
Fucking attorney steps out from behind you, just like. Alright, we need to sign here.
What's that? Ring of 3 wishes? No, I couldn't do that.
Wait a minute.
We could not. There's no possible way at
Well,
this
if he lets
cheap.
us see it, we can make
I-
a wish for enough money to buy some Ring of Wishes.
I wish you gave all your stuff to us.
Yeah.
That's evil.
He says, "Now, this last thing I have is very impressive." And he pulls out 4 pots inside of a fine wooden box that when he opens, there are the 4 pot tops and a large brush. The whole thing weighs about a pound, so it's not like huge. And he opens them and he says, "These are magical paints that will allow you to paint over things." Now I'm going to go into the actual description of this item because it's a
That
little
will paint
confusing.
this.
This is Nosler's Marvelous Pigments. Each pot of paint is sufficient to cover an 1,000 square feet of surface, which lets you create inanimate objects or terrain features such as door, pit, flowers, trees, cells, rooms, or weapons that are up to 10,000 cubic feet. It takes 10 minutes to cover 100 square feet. When you complete the painting, the object or terrain feature becomes a real non-magical object. Thus, painting a door on a wall becomes an actual door that can be opened to whatever is beyond. Painting a pit on the floor creates a real pit, and its depth counts against the total area of objects you create. Nothing created by the pigments can have a value greater than 25 gold. If you paint an object of greater value, such as a diamond or a pile of gold, the object looks authentic, but close inspection reveals it to be made of paste, bone, or some other worthless material. If you paint a form of energy such as fire, lightning, the energy appears but dissipates as soon as you complete the painting, doing no harm to anything. As Ed said, it is some Looney Tunes shit, and he is willing to let it go for 20,000 gold.
20,000.
What were the uses on it?
Cool.
Each pot can cover 1,000 square feet of surface. Not all at once, but it gets taken away in
And
time.
how many pots?
4.
4,000.
4,000 fair feet of painting.
I could pretty easily see uses for this kind of stuff.
That's pretty good. Whew. Hey guys, we need a key for this door.
Maybe.
Or you could
The
just
thing is, you wouldn't.
you
know
could
what
just
the
draw
key
a
would have to
door
look like.
on the door.
You could draw a door on the door and open it.
We don't, yeah. Alternatively, there's a room. We don't want to come into it from the way that we want, but there's a room close enough to it. We're back attacking you now.
That's also true.
Are you?
I want it just for the random shit. That
Are
we
you
can do.
only interested in selling it as full?
Yes, of course. The whole item, if the item's separated, it loses its.
Oh, okay.
Do we have to draw it in person? Not in like
No.
I kind of want that to be the thing where we have to crudely draw what we're trying to do.
Let me just
You
make
just
David
have-
do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just make David.
No. I want it to be if someone's doing it specifically, they have to do it.
Why Dave? Why not you?
I mean, that'd be good too.
Why me?
She doesn't want it. Why are you making her do work?
Yeah, she'll just draw tails and everything.
Why make David do it?
Are we? Did he say that was his last item?
He has already established dominance
No, he didn't.
as the
Okay,
alpha artist. Plus, he actually went to
Uh,
school for
should
it.
we say
I'll-
keep that in mind?
I'll
keep the
put that
pots
on the
in-
list.
keep
Yeah,
the pots
it's
in mind.
possible.
Let's keep hearing.
He also
Let's keep listening.
has a large potion bottle, inside of which is a clear, kind of blue fingernail floating inside. And he says, "This potion will make you as strong as a cloud giant for a time.
Oh,
That's pushing giant strength.
10,000 gold,
429 strength for a duration.
27 strength for an hour.
Oh, I thought it was 29.
No,
No, it's
cloud
Storm-
storm
Storm
giant
Giant
strength
is
was 29.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of character, I was gonna say, oh, we got one of these, but no, it's one of the weaker ones.
You have 2 potions of hill giant strength,
Yeah.
which give you 21 strength for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't bad.
Which isn't, it doesn't help you guys,
No.
but it would be useful for other people if they want to do
I'm
some
gonna
stuff.
make Squig drink it just to see what happens to his little body.
Squig gets swollen.
I can't move. Why?
Well, Thoradin can always drink it before he starts going around green flame blading. I assume that's what you're holding on to him for. And he says, that is all I have. Yeah. What are you interested in?
I do want the
You don't have. You don't have a generic like magic bow.
He doesn't have weapons or armor either.
I do have some magic bows, but they're unspoken for, unfortunately.
As it goes.
What if
So-
they happen to
What do you want?
not be living by the time?
No,
He says,
what are you eating?
Then I would be a bad businessman, and you would
be a bad person.
be a murderer, perhaps?
saying that.
I do not judge,
Oscar
but
can't say that.
you can say it as a joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume what you guys say
What
is
if
in
those
character.
customers happen to be unalived by then?
Well, then they will go for sale at that point, and if I come back across you, you can buy them. In the meantime, however, as far as I know, they are alive, and I have goods that do need to be sold, so...
I'm only interested in the pots and the horseshoes.
So you're only interested in
The two.
40,000 gold worth of items?
Yeah. But we have that total, but only one of them would be.
I feel like
I'm interested in the strength potion, and I'm interested in the healing potions mentioned prior.
He's gonna get
And I am also interested in the pots.
Okay.
I
So-
would say it probably wouldn't be that bad of a price
Now-
to just take the healing potions out of what we got for him, since everybody's probably going to use it.
The non-fucking crazy healing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 975.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the 3 greater healing potions. That
Okay.
was-
Alright.
Sounds good.
said it should be taken out of what?
The group one.
Out of
Because-
the money you got for just selling it to them.
Oh.
So you should take back the 2.5.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
But if you're going to keep those
I-
potions in the communal, that means, Rob, you need to write them down because I don't want
Yeah, I got you.
people
You don't
to
want
be
people
like,
forgetting.
yeah.
I am interested in circling the fan.
All right, that will be 900.
Done. And
Unless anyone wanted to fight him on the circular fan.
I got the deck cards already.
That's 100 gold from you. You got the...
Are we paying for all this from the communal thing?
No.
That
no,
was-
not
okay.
communal. I'm just taking it off what I have.
The
Yeah.
potions, what were the potions? Or how many in there?
Raider.
3 greater.
Alright.
Which is 4d4 plus 4.
So
Or
the
44 plus
the painting pots was 20,000.
20,000.
As was the horseshoes.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want the scroll of true resurrection?
Well, we
Yeah.
do, but
Hey, Thoradin, write this down.
You can, it's a priest spell.
44
It's
plus
actually
what?
not this spell.
Save it. Take point.
What?
Multi-class into
44
40.
plus 4? I think you can look in the demon. But he can still cast the scroll.
so we do want the paints.
Yeah. Okay,
Those are a
then
good
how are you
idea.
going to pay for the paints?
Because
Because it's 20,000.
It'd be
Unless you want to add
three.
them.
It'd be 35. No, 3,300.
Do they
roughly.
seem to be in pristine condition?
I think.
Okay. Well, if we want,
Yeah, 3,300. 33. Repeating, of course.
If you divide it
each.
between 6, because he can't do that. He spent most of his gold adding to his spellbook.
How much gold do you have?
It's like 2,000.
Yeah, 2,500.
Okay.
Gold
So,
pieces.
well, if we do it between the 5 of us, then that's
I think Emron was saving up for his dragon armor. Yeah. So Emron's not buying
what
anything.
dragon
out
armor?
there. Getting the white dragon scales you got forged into a suit of plate armor is going to cost, what, 25,000, I said? Yeah, 25,000 gold.
Okay, so that's
and
What's
since
that?
it's natural, you could actually wear it.
so that's 2 people. Then.
So that is split 4 ways. You would each have to put in 5,000 gold to get the marvelous pigments.
I don't think we'd use enough to run out.
Or you can.
That
How
is-
much is left from the?
I'd do it.
How much is left from
Yeah.
the stuff you all just
I
sold?
would do it. 13,425.
Okay. Well, you can subtract the 13,000 from the marvelous pigments. That will
So
leave
that's-
7,000, and then split that 7,000. So wait, how much is it?
13,425 gold.
Oh,
is
hold
that?
on.
So
one
that's
second.
6
1 second.
6
You can
65
calculate.
65.75.
All right. Well, if it's 65.75, then divide that by 4.
Yeah,
That's what I was doing. So the 4 of you would have to pitch in 1,644 gold in order to get the Melsler's marvelous pigments.
Okay. Can do that.
Sure.
And
Means I can't buy a super cool potion, but alas.
I know
How much does that
horse-
put you under?
He said 1,640. He said 1,640.
Or you could try bartering with him, or
Was it?
like trying to talk him down.
We have.
No, what the amount? I already
Could or
forgot.
not sure what that's saying.
1,648 each.
44.
Yeah, 1,644 each.
44.
Yeah, 1,644 is what it costs the 4 of you to get the marvelous pigments.
Well, would anybody be willing to? I don't know if I want to.
I can.
It's all of my gold, and
I know. I can already tell you really want the horseshoes, and I'd be willing to help throw in for it. Because the horse being fast would probably help us.
Well, it doesn't
all
make it
along.
faster.
No, it doesn't.
When it walks over the ground, it doesn't get tired as easily.
And indoors difficult terrain too.
Yeah. But in order to get it, the 4 of you would have to pitch in 5,000, which is pretty
We
pricey.
can't get that. What was that?
You can always just
What
try
was
to get
that
it later.
armor that I wanted to get that last time but didn't get? I got
Mount armor?
I got the +1 to my
Plate?
plate
That was for
armor.
crafting.
Yeah, that requires gold, but like that's different.
So it's crafting. You guys don't have enough,
Time to craft.
not enough time to craft a strong item.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sounds like you're not gonna have enough.
So we'd have to wait until after
No.
this.
Anything else?
Craft.
There are
How
those
much are the
arrows. 15,000.
I don't know. I'm gonna try and borrow from someone.
Have a moon.
Huh?
How close are you to the ocean?
Haggle.
You can try haggling with them.
Can
You
We
can do
can
maybe
try
a little
haggling.
both. Borrow some
Yeah.
and haggle for the
We
rest.
can haggle. Or try to.
I think I can try haggling with him for the horseshoes, but I'm not sure how to spark that conversation.
I'll pass
Well-
on the arrows as much as I want them.
You can haggle down like you're probably not gonna haggle it down to half.
No.
Which is what you would need. Well, but I'm saying that that's what you need.
How far away?
Haggling it down either way is
I have 8,400
Not
gold.
if you can't buy it.
If I throw in for the pigments. So
I don't remember how much the arrows were though.
they're 15,000. If we haggle it down, it'll be less, but I don't want to borrow from anyone.
How many arrows was it?
It's 10 plus.
What if I
1.
gave you money?
I don't know.
I come from a culture where you're supposed to help people and not buy shit for yourself. I don't obey that completely for reasons, but
That's up to you, David. I don't
Do you want to try to haggle
feel
down the arrows?
Sure. I don't know exactly what I'll say, but
What are you gonna say?
I don't know.
You gotta say something. You can't just be like, I'll make a roll. I haggle him. Okay, how?
You can make the roll first and then base your words on what you roll.
Double check it for me.
like you walk up, you like flare your hand, like produce an eye, and you like roll it, and you get all super proud.
Can I haggle
And then the
for
person
it?
goes, "Ah, you rolled it beautifully."
Can I haggle the price for it?
So do you want to walk up and try to get him to reduce the price on the arrows?
Yes.
Sure. What are you gonna say?
I implore you to reconsider.
I'm gonna need. And he says, oh, I've reconsidered. They are 15,000 gold.
Fair enough.
I've had magic arrows before. They lose their effectiveness once you use them once, and
Can you really justify the price on these based on the limited
If I-
availability of the arrows and the?
Trust me, I have already cut the price on items that break, but these arrows are of some of the most magical you can get, barring an arrow of slaying. I would look foolish to let them go for much less.
Using my woodcarver's tools, can I tell how well the arrows themselves are crafted?
Beautifully.
exquisitely.
Damn it!
They're +3 arrows. They're literally there is literally
Perfection.
only one type of arrow that's better, and it's an arrow slaying,
Yeah.
which is what they use to kill smog. So,
And there's one type of arrow better than an arrow of slaying, which is an arrow of slaying specifically for that creature. Like
well, that's how arrows of slaying work.
Yeah, well, you can make a generic one like an arrow of slaying of dragons, but if you make an arrow of slaying of black dragons or something like that, then it's even more effective against them.
Anyway, so roll persuasion, but
Guidance.
guidance.
I'll accept his guidance, but I rolled natural 20, so
Well, it's a
22
skill.
plus
Skills can't
22, and then so 24 total.
24 total, he says. I can let them go for 12,500. But that's as low I can go, otherwise I'm taking a loss, and you understand this is unacceptable.
I understand.
You don't
it's up
want
you,
to.
Dave, but-
Yeah, I see no reason why not.
Alright.
What would the remainder now be?
If I take 8,400 off of it, and then what's what's left is like
4,100. So
Yeah,
you'd be
totally.
lending him 4,100.
Okay.
He says, well, I believe that is our business. Shame you could not find it within you to buy these 2 potions. But perhaps you will not need them.
I'll stay in character.
It
Plume,
was
I'd
tempting.
like to, but
Can I, at later levels, my mind speed gets better, right?
Yeah.
What level does it become? Or would
4th level spells.
Does it
Before you get
involve
better.
being able to ignore terrain?
Eventually you can get a flying mode.
yeah, as a griffin, right?
You have options, but Griffin as well.
Would I still be able to put them on those spells?
No, because they don't have.
Put horseshoes onto a griffin. Sounds awful.
But you're also not going to have that to level 13, so it's up to you. I mean,
Just
but
know
it doesn't
that
sound like you
Squig
have enough money, and I'm pretty sure even if he gives you all of his money, you're not going to have enough. So
Yeah.
I'm going to move along. He says, well, it was a pleasure doing business with you, but I believe I have something to attend to. And as you say this, there's like a hidden door that opens behind him, and you see a blast of fire come out. And a gnome with a singed, like, handlebar mustache leans out with a thick pair of goggles, like the guy up front says. And he says, boss, there's a total pig screw going on back here. They were supposed to give me the lever to the apparatus, and it ain't. And then, like, a big, like, metal, like, crab claw grabs him and pulls him back in, and he's like, ah, ah! And as this happens, Magestro turns to you and he says, well, you can see yourself out. We have no. It's fine. And you see him grab like a wand with a big crystal at the end of it, and like rush in the thing. And he says, "Please let yourself out." Yeah. And the doors open, and
if he doesn't want help.
the carpet starts like bunching itself up and trying to push you out.
We're going! Those doors are open. I'm out of there. I'm in the
He's
bushes.
probably got some.
You jump out and jump into the bushes. You hear some clanging coming from inside, but they do leave.
We collect them on twigs. Leaves.
I understand.
And you continue the rest of your way to the town. And once you're there, you roll in for some rest, some relaxation before you head to the White Plume Mountain.
I also have some mundane supplies.
You're able to buy those.
You told me to wait until today.
I just wanted you to wait for today so that you still have gold for the magical stuff. Okay.
He needs more armor and weapons.
I need to buy more rations.
Now,
Potentially.
you have some options for what to do for the time it took you to get here, plus the little bit of time you spend in town. The first thing you could do is carouse. Carousing is a role to basically, hang
Have a
around,
good time.
drink, try to make new contacts, meet people, go to bars, buy drinks, attend parties, that sort of thing. You can attempt to craft an item. However, with the limited amount of time, you're not going to be able to craft really magic
How long
items
were we
outside of
on
really
the boat?
basic. Oh wow, but the thing is you couldn't craft anything on the boat because the boat was too shaky and you didn't really have access to a lab. You can perform some crime, stealing, robbing, assassinating people.
Let's do crimes.
Do crimes and give to the needy.
You can gamble, which
You know,
has
I
a chance
bet-
of losing you money, but a chance of gaining you money.
I bet all these.
You can pit fight. You
Oh.
can attempt to relax, which helps you get over like sicknesses and stuff. So it's not really anything you have to worry about. You can work for a temple in religious service. You can perform some research to try to gain some lore. You can scribe a spell scroll, and you can also attempt to construct something.
Oh, but we need to know
build
what we
some
want.
sort of stronghold.
wouldn't be able to craft anything I want.
Well, you would start on the process. You wouldn't have enough time. But the first thing you'd have to do is you'd have to buy a parcel of land from a lord.
Oh, you're serious?
Um,
Okay. I thought you were kidding.
No.
I see.
A stronghold can be a fortress. It can be a castle. It can be an abbey.
A
It can
laboratory.
be a laboratory of some kind. You guys can go together in on one. These are all options. Now, of the things I said, do any of them sound interesting to you?
You
I'm
don't have
specifically
enough
going to go
time
around.
for one.
Sid, do any of those sound interesting to you? Pit fighting,
I
religious
was
service,
gonna
carousing,
Religious service.
crime.
What was the religious service again?
You can work for a temple, part of a church, making It's like carousing, but more specific to church stuff. Yeah, you basically increase your rank within the religious temple in the area.
Learn the ways of other people's gods.
What
Spread
about,
your
But you can make allies and contacts and churches and stuff like that.
potentially
So
spread
that's
your own
something
religion.
you want to, and you can spread your own religion as well.
Yeah,
Convert new people.
Pelota.
You can spread pelota.
I could spread pelota.
Yeah.
How much do
perform
the pit
religious
fights dish out?
Well, you tell me which one we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do it.
I only get 2.
Because your character's not gonna know. So religious service or pit fighting.
Carousing. Don't forget that.
Carousing was just.
Trying to make contacts, basically. Going to parties. Well, I mean, it kind of depends.
You don't like corruption.
But you're trying to make
Fuck
contacts. If
weird.
you're trying to make contacts among the nobility, you'll be going to like art galleries and parties and stuff like that. If you're trying to make contacts among, like the lower people, you're going to be going to bars and like street fights and buying people a drink and shooting the shit, stories, stuff like that.
Don't forget.
Middle of the road contacts would be like artisan meetings and fucking PTA shit. I don't know, middle class just in my mind is 2 fucking white people with a bunch of asshole kids. Maybe there's something wrong with me, I don't know.
No, that's pretty much it.
Alternatively, decades of media.
Yes.
Decades of Full House.
And dare I say, it may very well be.
No.
I mean, it's not like a middle class exists in this country anymore. But that is all totally besides the point.
That's the joke.
I wouldn't know.
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
Rob, do any of those sound interesting to you? Carousing, religious service, pit fighting.
They all
Crime.
cost money, right? Not crime.
Some of them cost money, but you can also get money back, like more.
I
You can
bet
gamble that shit.
I bet the combined
In the
wealth of all
immortal
these-
words of Hannibal Buress, you can always gamble that shit.
What if I want to sell my services as a Fletcher for a while?
Then that would be crafting. Just
Okay.
crafting arrows. You want to do that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. What does Emerald want to do with their time?
Oh, you know I'm gonna carouse.
Carouse? Alright.
I'm gonna go get people to buy me drinks.
What does Thoradin want to do?
Don't really have the strength for pit fighting, so I can't do that.
You can pit fight.
You can use magic in your pit fight. Who said you can't?
It's a pit fight. I'm pretty sure it's
You
like
could
a...
chug one of those potions and beat
Oh,
people.
Well, that's what I thought I could do, but fucking that'd be
Alright,
cheating.
but what do you want to do? Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah, sure.
It's like-
Ed, what does Squig want to do?
I know you really want it, but probably not crying. I'm sorry.
It's fine, just pick one. We don't have so much time.
Sorry.
Engage in crime.
I am actually going to try and play off something and what was the first thing you mentioned? Sorry, the word.
Carousing.
Carousing, but like the lower, like probably less
Well,
work.
yeah, I'll get to that once
Yeah,
we.
that's what we're both doing.
And what does Grenna want to do?
No, I mean,
I'm
helping out
interested in
less work.
carousing with the white people with kids. Actually, no. Let's go higher. Let's go noble, because the
Okay.
last place I was at would probably be more appealing to people who pretend to know history than
Fair enough.
people who do not.
Sid,
So the white people with the
Yeah, I think I'll do the
kids?
religious.
religious service? Alright,
Try
fine.
to spread.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Have you not heard the word?
White people.
Of my
I was under
giant
the impression that
bird
everyone had heard. That Ra's the word.
He is a giant bird god.
Excuse me. Do you have a moment of spare time to discuss our Lord and Savior, Rob?
I don't know, that'd be kind of funny. Thoradin,
I go door to door.
what you want to do?
Let's do religious.
Religious service. Okay. Gonna start with Asura with religious service.
Do you have a moment to speak about our Lord and Savior, Jesus? Rob.
Don't you mean our holy
Okay.
saviors?
So
Werewolves?
you head to the local temple, which is a temple to Pelor, which basically fits more or less. He's God of the sun. Upon you entering, there is an older gentleman, a gnome, probably getting on in the years. He has a shock full of white, like Einstein hair, big yellow and white robes, and he says, "Ah, I know you. You're Asura. Call you the Dawnbringer around here. We were expecting you'd come this way. White Plume Mountain draws all adventurers once they get full of themselves. But I'm sure you'll be fine."
So glad that people already know of me.
Yes,
So,
yes. Things
surprising.
you haven't heard in the inns. Oh, well, you'll come to know soon enough. What can we do for you?
I wish to just learn about your your faith, and maybe
All right.
tell you a little bit about mine.
Oh, yes, of course. We have many acolytes here who would love to speak to you, and if you would like to stay, we're actually having a midsummer feast tonight,
Oh.
and you will be our guest of honor.
I'm on.
Yes. Okay, I want you to roll me your choice between an intelligence religion check or a charisma persuasion check.
The persuasion.
Okay.
Mr. Charismatic Golden Scales.
That's not aura of protection. Right? No, that's just sacred throws.
Aura of protection from other religions. Dude, theological combat.
It's 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you hang out, there's a festival, lots of eating, lots of young alkalites who hang on your every word. It's really cool, and you have gained favor with the Church of Pelor. And specifically, you have gained one favor. You can hold a maximum number of favors equal to 6. And your favor can come in one of a couple ways. You can call upon the church for political or social support. So if you're ever in trouble with like the law or something, you can have the church come in and be like, "No, this guy's cool."
Is it Pelor with
Pelor.
Okay, that's it.
You can ask the deity for divine intervention, generally a minor omen, vision, or miracle, provided at a key moment. The thing is, if you choose that as your favor, I decide when it triggers
Mm-hmm.
and which one it is. Additionally, you can also reduce the cost of one of their clerics casting a spell for you by 50%. So if like someone dies and you need one of their priests to cast a resurrection spell, you can be like, "Hey, you guys know me," and they'll take half price off the resurrection.
That's
Nice.
good.
Yeah, and that is what you have earned with your downtime. You were doing crafting,
Yeah,
making arrows. Okay.
I can make bows too. I can make items, whatever people
Alright, well,
want.
whatever you want to do.
Selling your craft.
Doing your craft.
What if we can solicit the entirety of the town to march towards the mountain with us?
Yeah, no.
Hell
That's
no.
not gonna happen.
How would they help?
How do most armies win?
By not marching through cramped corridors,
Dep-
they're probably filled with traps.
Depends on the war. It depends on the war.
Send all the
Okay.
runs in to clear out as many as possible. And
Give
you send
me
in the heavy
a-
ordnance. Do not think like a paladin at all.
So you're just gonna make bows?
And arrows. Whatever people want, I can make with harvest tools.
Give me d20 plus proficiency plus int, I guess. Yeah.
21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay. How much is a longbow worth?
20?
Longbow is
worth 50 gold.
Okay. You make 150 gold selling the stuff you make. Additionally, there is a hunter, Sven, who buys a bunch of stuff from you and talks up hunting in the area. He actually lets you know when he's buying the bows from you. He says, "You're going for the mountain, yes?"
Yes.
If you need the place to rest between excursions into the mountain, there's a place known as the Knoll's Dead Eye Socket. It's about half a day south of the entrance to the caverns. It's a very shallow, dry cave. Can easily be defended. I use it for shelter sometimes when I'm out hunting that way.
Thank you. That's good to know.
Sounds like a good thing.
What do you say it's called?
The Knoll's Dead Eye Socket. It's about half a day south of White Plume Mountain. And much closer than the town.
The town is
2-3 days away. You were carousing, right?
Yes.
You were lower class carousing. Okay.
Oh yeah, all the bars.
Okay, so you have to pay 10 gold.
Okay.
Roll me a charisma persuasion check.
16.
16. Okay. So, you spend the day drinking away in bars, hanging out, having a good time. You end up drinking with these, with this really nice, with these really nice couple of people. The first of which is a older guy. His name is Jeremy. He's about 50. He claims to be a brewer. Although considering how little he knows about alcohol, you think he's lying. He's a really nice guy. He's married, apparently.
Unless that's a lie too.
Unless that's also a lie. You also know he has a dagger on him, like hidden away in his boot, that you don't notice till almost the end of the night. Additionally, he doesn't have a coin purse on him, but he keeps paying for drinks. But when you check your own coin purse, it's fine. Additionally, there's a point during the night where he meets another guy, and he and the guy start like saying this weird mumbo jumbo you've never heard. It's not common, but it's also not common either. It's just a really weird accent and like slang that you've never heard before. Roll me an intelligence check.
Nine.
Yeah, you're not sure, but he says at the end of the night, he says, "You're good people. I'm around. If you ever need help, just let me know."
Okay.
Additionally, the other person you met was a dragonborn woman. Her name is Brianna. She is a mercenary with the iron chain. She drinks super hard, and she just parties harder than anyone you have ever met.
This is a keeper.
Damn, I should have gone fucking hard.
She is a blue dragonborn. She has like heavy metal armor and a giant ass sword. And she says she talks to you for a while about mercenary work and hits you up for stories, and you guys talk, and she says, if you're ever east and you need some work, we have more jobs than we can handle, really.
Duly noted. Besides, I'd like to run into you again.
Give me insight.
Yay! Something I add into 12.
She also comes on to you a little bit.
Yes!
Cautiously.
I'm into it.
Okay, you're into it?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Oh god. It's another Tales of the Lusty Argonian maid. Well, the Lusty Argonian battle fucker.
she has an elf fetish, don't kink shame her. They're so pretty. Yeah.
So dainty.
So Daichi is soft.
She likes her men soft and squishy. That's none of your goddamn business. Anyway.
That's fine, because I like my women able to crush me.
Fair enough. Thoradin, you head to there's a Church of Morgan in town, actually. And upon entering... Oh. Let me rewind a little bit, too. I should note, as the guy talked to you and bought stuff from you, he referred to you as Carac the True Shot, which is something you haven't heard before.
Okay.
And the mercenary referred to you as Emeron the Dreamwalker, which is something you haven't heard either. When you enter the Priest of Moradin, a large, kind of rotund dwarven woman with kind of thin, think like 80s R&B singer female mustache, you know? But otherwise no facial hair, long black hair that's like they're dreaded and then they're braided and then twisted, so it's like she has a flower of dreads coming out the back of her head. Very tan, very muscular despite her otherwise largeness. But she has like beefy arms, and she is covered in silver and metal-plated robes, and bears Moradin's holy symbol very prominently over her on a chain hanging from her neck as she says, "Aye, welcome."
Sounds like a dude.
That's just dwarves.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
What are you doing here? Handsome.
Does she have facial hair?
Now,
Yeah.
But it's like a thin, like lady mustache. It's not. It's fine.
Very attractive by dwarf standards.
Whatever.
Or maybe less attractive because it's not bushy enough.
It depends.
It depends. When you like look taken aback, she says, "I'm just messing with you. What can I do for you?"
I was gonna say you're not so bad yourself.
Oh, thank you. She, you can't tell if she's blushing because she's so dark, but maybe. But she like hits you on the arm playfully as she says, "So what can we do for you?"
Before I continue on my journey, I figure I would do some service.
Brother Mord.
Yeah.
I should have recognized you when you walked in, but I didn't want to assume. You're Thoradin the Wise, yeah?
Yes, though I never claimed to be.
Heroes often don't. It's fine. Come, have a drink. We'll talk. There's some work to be done, but really I wouldn't want to work you too hard. Or maybe I do. I kid.
Or does she?
Roll me a...
Or if we put our Moradin vents right next to each other.
Just kidding.
Unless.
You know, I didn't see
You know,
that
if you
till,
want
like,
to.
today.
Anyway,
Hey, can
so
you imagine
give
if
me
we
an
have
intelligence
sleepover?
religion check
I'm
or a
just kidding.
charisma persuasion check. It's up to
What?
you. Intelligence religion or charisma persuasion. It's up to you.
We'll do intelligence. Okay. Religion. So.
21.
Yeah.
You earn yourself, like he did, however, 2 favors. 3, if you count a sexual favor, if you choose. Okay, well then you get 3 favors. A vicious knot tightening. Or loosening. However you like your knot dealt with, it is done viciously.
Okay.
Additionally, you earn 2 favors that you can choose from the priesthood of Moradin.
Whole party's DTF.
3 favors, I see.
Well, did you want to fuck the gnome?
I'm
You
not
could.
saying he got 2.
Well, he rolled higher.
Yeah, I know.
You rolled higher. I mean, you can fuck the gnome if you want. No, anyway, you were also low carousing.
Yes, but I was actually looking a little bit more for, like, low down people to, like, help out, basically. Due to being, like, urchin upbringing myself, looking for, or maybe, like, orphanage, something to, like...
So you want to help the poor?
Basically. If that's, like,
Okay.
an option.
Sure. Give me a charisma persuasion check. As you go out, spend some... And you're also going to have to spend, I will say, instead of 10 gold, I'm going to ask you to spend 100 gold, since you have to actually feed these people.
I'm
However, you can roll with advantage. So 100 gold, but you can roll with advantage.
No, I'm fine with spending more. Hell, I'm actually hoping to,
die.
at some point, to donate to an orphanage later.
Well, that's something you can start. Remember I said you can start like a stronghold or building or business. You can try to get a parcel of land and then get an orphanage built there if you'd like. But that's something to consider for future
That's
sessions.
something you start later. And okay. Well, unfortunately, I add nothing to it, so 20.
20? Hey, that's still good.
Add nothing.
As you go around feeding the poor, you meet two people. The first of which is an elven woman, Leanna Godsbane. Despite her really cool name, she is actually just a nurse who works at the local hospice. Who is also asked, and she says, "My father was a great. My father's 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 father was Torbin Godsbane."
She also smites the undead and punches the finger every time.
There she does. She says, "Everyone hears my name and they assume that I'm going to swing around some big warhammer, but I like to work at the hospital."
Until the Fire Nation.
Next lady, she likes that you're, she says, "There's so few people who come out and help everyone. It's very nice of you. I don't want to assume, but can I take a guess that you were also on the streets yourself?"
For a decent amount of time.
Well, it seems like you made it out okay. As long as the kids grow up to be half the hero you are, I think they'll have good lives ahead of them.
Well, doesn't hurt to help them along the way.
Additionally, you meet a kid known as Spit. Spit says he knows people, strong people. Don't mess with me. My papa's uncle, cousins in the Thieves Guild, I'll tell you what. I'm serious.
Well, what do you do if somebody does give you trouble?
I tell my papa's uncle's cousin, and then they disappear. See, he gave me this, and the kid holds out a platinum coin. I'm serious. He puts it away.
But do you know how to do something if somebody tries to
I'm
do
lookout.
something? So you know how to hide.
I know how to run and hide. And look, I look real good. I got the best eyes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You see that over there?
He looks.
I'm gonna try and roll hide. If possible on him.
Yeah, you can roll hide.
15.
Okay. Well, actually, first give me a deception check.
Oh, man. I should probably do that. Oh, damn, that's right. I lost deception. That's right.
Yeah, you did.
Oh. Ah, shit. Fuck. Pass. 12.
12. Okay. He does turn. Now roll stealth.
15.
He looks around confused for a second, but he's like, "Hey," and he points, and your fucking toe is barely sticking out from behind the wall. And he's like, "See, I told you."
That's good. I just wanted to test. And...
Yeah, I'm a good lookout. They gave me this, and he puts his platinum coin out again, and then puts it away.
Might be better if not flaunt that around. You never know who would want that.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion.
That's really not a good fucking thing for an urchin or an orphan to be swinging around. 7.
He says, "All right. You know, no one ever talked to me before. They always told me to go away. Thanks."
Hey, you're probably a little bit nicer looking to talk to. Unlike that I was when I was in your situation.
He says, "Oh yeah, 'cause you're green, huh?"
That, 20 ears, not being an elf, and the sharp teeth.
I don't know. I think you look kind of funny.
Not the first time.
Alright, well, thanks, mister.
Do you have a group of friends or a group that you were close to?
Well, my dad's uncle's cousin.
Alright, well, look out for yourself and other people that might need you. If you help out people, people might help you.
I know, that's how I got, and then he reaches for the coin and then he goes, that's how I got a thing. Yeah.
Good. I'll slip him 2 gold. Good.
He says, oh, should I not show the people these either?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, and he like does a big, I get you.
Don't do that as much.
Okay. He eventually leaves. Runs
Okay.
off.
Okay.
Now you have to spend 250 gold because you're carousing with Highborn. And give me a persuasion check. Or actually, if you'd like, you can give me performance,
I will.
and you can roll with advantage because you're like all famous now.
Whoa. Rena Woman the Wandering Way was already famous.
Well, yeah, she's like extra famous. She's got that juice.
15.
15.
Hopefully not like the juice.
Yeah.
So you go to a
You
really
don't want
nice
that.
party. People are, or actually no, you go to an art display. It's along the road. It's before you get into the town. It's when you're in a bigger town down the road. And there's a bunch of really boring nobles talking about this and that. And one person, however, in particular, recognizes you. It's an older half-orc man, maybe about 40. So only a little older than you, I think. He walks up. He's wearing a red and black smoking jacket, and currently has a pipe that he's igniting up. And he says, "Aren't you that gladiator?" "Yeah, you're Grenna."
I am.
The woman of the winding way in a terrible, boring drawl of a place like this. What
Well,
did you do to deserve such a fate?
Part of good PR is meeting everybody on their own terms, even if it's perhaps not as exciting as it could be. Though perhaps the road has spoiled me some.
You're telling me I wish I could be out there. But for the business, I have to be here rubbing elbows with other... And he looks around and says, nobility. It almost makes you not want any money at all. So you can go down to the tavern and have a nice screw and a fist fight.
It hasn't stopped me.
Fair enough.
So you deal in art, I presume?
What? No, I'm just here to look for clients. I'm a shoemaker.
Oh.
That's a joke. I'm a statue maker, because there's not an actual term for that.
Statue.
A sculptor?
Sculptor, thank you. I'm a sculptor.
And how is that? Are there a lot of people that are looking to get statues of themselves?
Every self-important prick from to Baldur's Gate. So it's been a good couple of years for me, but I almost wish I could do my passion projects, you know? Things that really speak to me. Instead of making the 15th statue Lord Emtar Silvershield has had made. Why does he even need them? No one gives a shit about his daughter anyway.
I don't believe I've heard of this.
Emtar Silvershield? One of the lords of Baldur's Gate. He was killed 10 years ago by a bale spawn, hoping to... Never mind, you were probably south of here. You're from Ulm, aren't you?
Of characters, like I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're from Ulm.
Yes, actually.
He says, yes, it was a thing. Someone tried to... son of Bale tried to come up and kill everyone and become god of murder. It was a whole thing.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting.
Oh!
Some say he was stopped by his brother. Another brother. No, I don't know the specifics though.
And these statues of his daughter,
Yes, well, he spoils her and wants her to have statues along with the rest of the family but she won't sit still for 3 damn seconds. Makes it almost impossible to get the posture correct. Always whining and complaining. Spoiled, rich children. Can't stand them.
Sounds insufferable. I'm glad I'm not in your shoes.
Well, there are perks, and he motions over to a wine boy who brings him a glass, and he drinks, and he says, "And one for Grenna Dragonsbane here."
More wine.
He talks to you for a while, and yeah,
It's the only way to get through those things.
he tells you if you're ever up
He's
north,
secretly Baratheon.
and, if you're ever looking to get a statue or art piece done. He does more than sculpting.
I will tell him I will most certainly take you up on that. And I don't picture, did he introduce himself with his name and I have forgotten? Because if not, then before we leave, I'll take his name so I can find him again.
His name is Garen. Garren. Garen, formerly Eye Gouger. Now he's doing the one name thing. Doesn't exactly look good in an exhibit, you see. Oh, is that the new Eye Gouger piece?
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
Hey,
In entertainment,
they
there's
say
a lot
it's
of...
a real eye gouger.
If it catches the eye, one way or
entertainment,
another.
in entertainment, there's plenty of rebranding that happens. I understand all the time.
Yes. Perhaps I should come up with a title as well. But perhaps not. You talk for some more, and yeah, eventually you guys come back together after.
I want to make sure to tip the people servicing the event in
Okay.
some manner, however much. that
you tip them, and they appreciate. I'll say you toss another 20 gold.
to
down
make
for
sure
that.
I evenly get all of them.
Oh, that's gonna be 80 gold. If you go around to tip every person, even people who didn't serve you.
I want to make sure to cover.
Okay, then yeah, you get
Enough
80.
chance.
Okay, then you put 80 gold towards tipping people. Thankfully, the rest of the party's free, more or less, so you don't have to pay any for food. And the food is really good. Now we are going to do the approach to the mountain, but first we're going to take a little break. Stick around. And we're back. The group has now set off to the White Plume Mountain.
Neat.
Very
Very
cold in
Tolkien.
the sweat.
Very Tolkien, yes.
Yeah.
So, as you approach the mountain, the sound gets louder. Steam continuously shoots forth from the top, the white plume that it is named for. And as you get close, the whole area just temperature starts to slowly rise.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This
We
is
should have
heavy.
had fine.
Towards the entrance, it's actually noticeable from about 500-ish feet away. There is a big stack of white plume coming out the top, but also every
I mean, I should find
every 30 seconds or so, there is a blast of white superheated steam that comes out in front of you. Following its trail, you can see that there's actually a small entrance to the side of the mountain that this steam is issuing forth from.
And that is on a 30-second interval timer of blast.
Yep, seems like it.
Okay.
We have to do that part from
There's a cave.
just right.
Now, the southern slope that the steam is shooting out of every 30 seconds is known on your map as the Wizard's Mouth. Now, the cave itself almost seems to breathe because it shoots out a blast of steam in a big, exhale, and then there's a whistling sound almost as if air is being brought back in, like inhaling, and there's a sound, and then another big blast.
Oh, my God.
There's also a loud whistle as it shoots forth, which, if not for the roaring plume of the mountain itself, could probably be heard for miles. Cave is about 8 feet in diameter, and you have dark vision. Looking in, seems about 40 feet long.
I assume the horses and
At the end of the cave, near the roof, is a long horizontal crevice about a foot wide. Seems to be where the steam's coming from.
From the
At the very bottom of the cave in the back, there is like a crusty looking like pull-up door at the bottom, like right below where the steam comes out.
I'll tell the people who can't see in the dark what I saw.
How far away?
The whole room was 40 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's in the center of the room, then 20 feet away is...
No, it's in the back of the passage.
Oh, it's in the back, my bad. So like 40, 35 feet.
So you'd have to run 40 feet up to it,
Right.
pull it open, and get down all within 30 seconds.
Okay.
You do so?
Might be able to.
That's fine with me.
We can.
Okay. After a large exhaling of steam, you rush in. You get to the thing. There is a trapdoor at the bottom with a rusted iron ring set into it. There's a bunch of muck on top of it, which has to be cleared away. And once you clear it away, the door is stuck, and I will need a strength check.
Sure thing.
You hear whistling above you.
So what do you want to 8?
Yeah, I'll rank her the 8 action.
You got a +4.
No, roll with advantage.
18. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, everything's only to save as such.
20.
Not checks.
You pull.
Too good.
Carac
Yeah.
helps you grab it onto the ring as well, and the two of you, and the thing comes open with a sound. So there's a rush of air, and you dive in. Inside, there's about a 20-foot square vertical shaft and the beginning of a spiral staircase. Do you just jump in, or do you try to climb down?
What's at the bottom?
Can we see what's at the bottom?
It's a spiral staircase. It's starting with a spiral staircase.
Oh, is that the bottom?
Yeah.
Of the...
There's a 20-foot drop, and then the top of the spiral staircase.
Is there anything to
We
grab
have-
onto to
We
climb
have
down?
ropes and we have pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you going to take time to set it up while the steam's still?
I thought we
I
were
thought we
inside
were-
already.
No, you're at the lip basically.
So we know the steam will still hit us from
Well,
this.
where are you standing right now? I'm asking, are you trying to get down quickly? How are you trying to get down into the hole? Once you're in the
I
hole,
guess-
you'll be fine.
There doesn't
we
appear to
can-
be handholds or anything
Doesn't appear to be handholds.
along the wall. Like
Does
if
it seem
someone
to be
did
a
try to climb
smooth
with
surface? Or...
It's a smooth surface. You can try to pressure walk down it with an athletics check. It probably wouldn't even be too hard either. It might be a little slow.
I personally just jump it.
You're just going to jump it?
20 feet?
Okay, you jump down to the bottom, taking 3 points of
fair.
damage. But you hit the bottom.
it.
Right on the spiral staircase.
I will
I guess-
do the wall.
You're gonna alright, roll me an athletics check.
Yeah, I'm going to as well.
9.
I don't put guns on myself.
You fall on top of Gunner.
That's fine.
If all of us are doing...
Gunner, roll me a dexterity saving throw. You take 5 damage.
Yeah.
If all of us are walking down at the same time, pressure walking,
Yeah.
I basically want to try seeing how many people fall, because I have a spell that could help.
Probably can't wait to see them all fall. What did you get? 4?
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
you are landed on and take 2.
I figured
Going
out
for feather fall.
Sorry.
put my horse down.
Bruno.
Besides, it's probably
You can
just
dismiss it
my
and go
footing.
down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay,
It
so
happens.
I can try to.
2 of your companions are in the bottom at a heap, and you hear the whistling of the steam above you, slowly rising.
I got 24 on athletics.
You, despite being shorter than everyone else, so you think
I'm gonna take
it'd be
that
harder,
horse.
but well, everyone except for Squig, You'd imagine it'd be harder, right? But you place 2 of your feet on one side, you place your hands on the other side, and you fucking do it like a king. Just, I'm down.
Thanks,
Four.
guys.
I used to play this game all the time. What did you get?
I crit failed.
I got 4.
And you got a 4?
Yeah.
You both fall in a pile on top of each other. 4
Funny.
each.
Funny thing, I got 18. And then
I'm Ron. How are you getting down?
I'm gonna turn into a giant eagle.
Okay.
Just fly down.
Alright, you fly down.
And then
Sorry, I don't mean to be anticlimactic, but
I rolled a 4 on the D4. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
You get
plus
down?
2, so.
Yeah, you guys are all down. The steam blows over you. The whole area inside is warm as fuck. Everything is hot and humid and sweaty. Almost like you're inside a volcano or something.
Why didn't we think of pretty cool?
The staircase is badly rusted, but appears to be sturdy. The air inside the passageway is warm, humid, and rather foul. You reach the bottom of the stairs with a splash. The floor is submerged beneath a foot of water. I should note this once you go down the stairs, which go down about 100 feet.
Touch the water real quick. Basically, see if it's hot or not.
They're warm, but it's water.
Hmm.
And they're floating on top of it are splotches of green and white subterranean algae. Probably attracted to the heat and all the natural chemicals in the water.
Okay.
So, at the bottom of the staircase, there's a single path forward. Goes for about 30 feet and then takes a sharp left.
How long does it take
Alright.
if you're searching for a trap? Like, along the hallway?
Just double the time it would take you normally.
We're not improper. I think you should be fine.
Okay. So anyone else want to do anything, or are you just gonna start heading down the hall?
I bring my horse back.
I guess notably I'm still flying because eagles are slow as fuck
Hey.
when they walk.
Could I have gotten Misty Step from you before
It's
we got
got
here?
He could have done it too.
It has 10
Yeah, either of
feet.
us.
Hey, feels like that. Could I have gotten haste from you before we got here?
Yeah.
Squig was not made for walking, so that's not what he'll do.
You don't have chicken legs.
I would have
Alright.
landed on one of you guys.
You head
on
down
the
30
large
feet,
creature.
and then it pulls a sharp left. So, as you turn around the corner, you head down about a 20-foot hall before you reach a 10-foot wide-ish room that has 3 paths forward. One to the left, one to the middle, one to the right. However, sitting in the middle of these branching paths are a pair of creatures. They are both about 8 to 9 feet long, down on all fours. Big white fur cat-like bodies with tails, but also massive wings, and the faces of women.
Ah.
One of them appears to be like unconscious and sleeping, and the other one seems barely awake as it turns to you and says, "Oh well, more adventurers to test White Plume Mountain now.
Oh, shit.
Sister." And its tail whaps the other one like this. What? And it says, "Wake up. There are others who have come." The second one says, "Oh." It like stretches out like a cat before putting itself up. They both get up and look at you, and they say, "So, adventurers, you have come. I assume you're after the weapons?"
No, shit.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Sure, you can roll a card. The second one says, "Don't be coy." The first one says, "Sorry, my sister's a little cranky. We were
17.
asleep." These are Sphinxes.
Sphinxes.
Oh shit.
The first one, the one who was just talking a second ago, says, "Unfortunately, we are your first challenge. If you try to walk forward, you will find that your path is blocked by a quite impassable wall. And if any of you do reach out forward, you are blocked by some sort of invisible wall of magical energy.
This sounds like the time to paint a door. No, it's not. It's too early for that. It's too early for that.
We could just paint a tunnel. Or dig a tunnel.
The first one says, if you answer our question, we can let you pass, of course.
And if we don't answer correctly,
Well, then you're not getting in.
Hmm.
The second one says, but by all means, if you want to let us go back to bed, that's fine with us. The first one says, stop.
Do you always ask the same question to every adventurer?
No, don't be ridiculous.
Pretty much Sphinxes.
So, are you ready? Because I am.
Yes.
Had many question games.
The first one thinks. She paces back and forth, then lies down and rubs her chin with her paw and says, Ah, yes, I know. I am the beginning of the end, and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation, and I surround every place. What am I?
check.
What was
What I would typically say, but
What was it again?
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
I got an idea.
I am the beginning of the end and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation, and I surround every place. What am I?
The last part doesn't make sense for my solution, but I'm willing to give it a throw anyway, depending on how much other people think they've gotten it.
before we answer, how many times can we guess the answer?
One time.
Oh.
In per person?
I think it's as a group.
For you. It'd be ridiculous.
Are we not allowed to try again?
You have 2 chances. We have 2 questions.
Oh.
The second one says, one for me, which will be devilishly more difficult, I assure you. The first one says, and the one I have given you, of course.
We just need to get one.
Maybe.
If we could huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I've heard this one before, and I think the answer is the letter E.
Huh?
What?
Beginning of the end.
Out of character, I think I've heard this one, but E's don't surround the word place. But sometimes you
But
shoot
it
your shot.
surrounds every
Everything.
place.
Mm.
Because it's at the beginning of every.
I mean, that makes as much
That makes
sense
sense.
as I could think of.
I was thinking light, but light can't surround every place.
So is that the answer you guys want to go with?
Is there any other
Should we?
ideas people have?
That's
I
fine.
think. I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
Well, I mean, we get 2 chances.
Okay,
We can't come up with a better one either.
the letter E.
It smiles and says, you are correct. The word end begins with E, time ends with E, space ends with E, and every begins with E, and place ends with E.
I never
Words
thought
You are
that.
smarter than you look.
Unless they surprise me right now.
Well,
I'm not calling you stupid. Mind.
The
Just
second
kidding.
one says, yes, well,
at least you're
I
not.
have one now.
And she will look a little at the.
She says, what is in seasons, seconds, centuries, and minutes, but not in decades, years, or days?
Seasons, centuries, and minutes. But
She
not-
says, what is in seasons, seconds, centuries, and minutes, but not in decades, years, or days?
I'm actually pulling out a paper and pencil in character and just.
I haven't heard this one.
centuries, seasons, seconds.
Seasons, centuries, and seconds.
Do you need me to repeat it again?
Once more. Apologies.
What is in seasons, seconds, centuries, and minutes, but not in decades, years, or days?
Wait, isn't that the letter N?
Yeah. Is it just another letter question?
Yes, but I'm
I'm-
wondering
I'm
if it's a bit more on the nose.
I was gonna say
I'm suspicious
the
that's...
little dots.
I mean, that is.
Colons.
I mean, that is true, but I'm wondering if it's a trick.
Trick question because the first one was the same.
And the second one might be
Different.
have a different answer for Ron. We haven't missed one yet.
We could take
But
a
not in
try on
Decades, century.
Does it matches? It does. Like Holt is showing you the paper from.
It's true. I have this feeling that it's not gonna be like the same.
Maybe that's just what she wants you to think. Is it the letter N?
Ooh. I think they are good, sister. The other sister says, I do not believe so. The first one says, alright.
They call me dumb.
Who called you dumb?
What has a head, a tail, is brown, and no legs?
What has
You said 2 questions.
You said
Yeah,
2.
you did say 2.
Yes, 2 each.
Oh,
Ah,
You didn't say 2 each, you said 2. Total of 2. You answered 2.
Grandma is simultaneously unsure that they said
You can
that.
be mad all you
unsure
want,
that
but the
they
wall is
said
not
that.
coming down.
could you repeat that? Third.
What has a head, a tail, is brown, but has no legs?
head, tails, brown, no legs.
Nature check.
Sure.
Oh, God, fucking thing I can do. 18. Oh, wait. 15, sorry.
21.
Yes. You can't think of anything. Mostly because out of character, I can't think of anything.
Snake.
Maybe a certain type of brown snake. Yeah, there's probably a brown snake.
Yeah.
There are definitely brown snakes.
That might not be the
Head,
answer I'm looking
tail,
for.
no legs. Brown.
Yeah, head, a tail,
Bottle.
no legs.
Oh, what?
That's not tail and
Head
legs.
of a bottle, tail end of the bottle.
There's not.
It's called
a
tail end
Yeah,
of
it's
a
called
bottle.
a neck.
Not the top. Top's called the lip.
Okay, so you want to go with brown mamba?
Sure, that's, I'm
Say
pretty sure that's not a
snake.
real snake, but sure.
Whatever.
You say okay.
Whatever
So Carac
brown
says
snake.
a brown snake, and she says, Well, I suppose, but I was thinking of a copper penny.
A
Head,
car.
head, tails, brown.
I understand.
It's not really brown.
Yeah.
It is.
Copper.
Bronze.
Copper penny.
Now,
It's a type of brown.
now, do coppers in D&D have a head on the front and like
Yeah,
whatever?
coins have things.
Except in Barovia, where both sides are strong.
What's the riddle again?
I'm not sure if both sides are.
Huh.
That's what it's
I would have to look
a
again.
tail
They might
brown
be.
but has
Maybe if we
legs.
get it close enough, it counts. So. Think of
Because they said we only get 2 guesses.
If we think
they're
of an
gonna keep
equally smart answer.
Maybe they're just gonna keep like being shiesty about the deal until we get mad and attack. So far, we're within the realm of you just misheard us. But if there are like 2 questions each minute, and it's been like 5 minutes, then you're like, oh, okay, all right, let's see, let's check this out.
So then, is that wrong or?
She says, let's.
It's within the.
I
the
suppose I
technical
will
answer,
allow
but
it.
it was not the one that she was looking for.
Alright.
Sometimes
3.
riddles have more than one answer.
Well, we're halfway there.
You throw away the outside and cook the inside. Then you eat the outside and throw away the inside. What did you eat?
Oh, I've heard this one.
Wait,
I've heard this one.
You
You throw away the outside and cook the inside. Then you eat the outside and throw away the inside. What did you eat?
throw away the outside.
One of you was a halfling. I'd let you answer it automatically. Just want to say it straight out.
Hey, oh god, I've heard this one. Oh no!
Potatoes.
No,
I mean,
potatoes.
you don't-
skins.
You throw away the outside, you cook the inside, and
Throw
you
away the outside, cook
away
the inside, and then you
down.
eat
Oh,
the
you throw
outside
it-
and throw away the inside.
But could this not be a nature or survival check?
If someone had cooking utensils, I'd let you roll that.
Not insight.
No.
I have a mess kit.
Everyone eats food.
Yeah, this is cutlery.
This is beyond baffling. So I'm sure there's
Throw
some
away-
technicality
I've heard this
here or something.
You throw away the outside.
No, you peel.
You
No,
throw
you
away the outside and cook the inside. Then you eat the inside, or then you eat the outside and throw away the inside.
Which is the part that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's
So
a
then you
comma
crack
there or
open,
something.
cook it, and then that thing that you've cooked, you eat the outside of that, throw away the inside.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But they're asking what it is.
Yeah.
So you asked for nature or survival.
I am thinking of anything other.
I'll give you survival with disadvantage.
Can
No, I'm giving it to Amron.
This has got to be
Like,
heights
you,
of
even
shit.
in character, I'm like,
Is it a plant though?
It's not a coconut.
Roll survival with disadvantage.
I've heard this one before.
Yeah.
Would it be?
13.
It wouldn't be a cactus. It would eat the inside.
That's shocking, I got it wrong.
It's not corn.
It is corn.
It is corn.
It is corn.
It is corn. It can't.
Damn it!
They said
Because you shuck the corn,
Yeah.
then you cook that, and then you eat the
outside of
kernels,
the
and
corn
then
and
throw
throw
away the cob.
Oh.
That's two!
Okay.
So sure, were you saying corn out loud?
No, I think that was Everon who
Alright.
said corn.
Technically, it's because
It
he
is
said corn.
stupid bullshit.
So I guess it depends on
That's-
So when you
however
say
roll.
corn, one says, "That's correct."
My first guess was corn, but I'm like, but you don't eat the
Yeah.
husk of the corn.
But it's the
You
the
throw
you don't
away
eat
the
husk
outside.
of corn.
But it says you throw. But it doesn't say
Yeah.
you eat the outside. It says you throw away the outside. So you take the husk, you throw it away.
Because-
Then you cook the inside, which is the corn. Then
The
once
kernels.
it's cooked, you eat the outside, which is the corn
Which is
kernels.
grabbing the husk and
No.
eating it. And
No,
there's
no,
no
no.
sense.
The cob
Because
is
it's
the
no longer
inside.
the outside.
It's
Yeah,
not
it
once
is.
you've thrown it
You
away.
cook it
Once
and
you've
you
thrown it
throw it
away, it's that no longer that ceases to be the outside, and the corn
It's the
becomes
corn
the
is
outside,
on the outside.
and then the
cob,
ear, the
yeah.
cob is the inside.
Yeah, that's the dumb bullshit.
That's not.
That's
Any,
It's a riddle.
any rational person, yeah, riddles are dumb bullshit. Any rational person would still consider the husk the outside.
The wall disappears, and they say, "You may pass."
I thought they meant two for each of us. I thought they were being those people.
No.
Okay.
I thought it would be more unfair.
Is there anything you might tell us before
No.
we leave the room? You shut that down fast.
I'm tired. Cock curls up and goes to sleep.
Yeah, they're probably not smart enough to help us anyway.
Everyone is don't antagonize him, please.
That'll be nice. They're just doing their job.
And if you attack us, you will die horribly. I just want you to know.
Okay.
Oh.
Isn't going to.
You'd be surprised.
Myrna, let's
Brennan,
not.
leave the nice ladies alone. They just want to sleep.
So you have 3 paths: left, middle, right. What do you do?
They don't look indiscernible from each other.
Well, they look the same in that they go for a while and then become something else. Which way do you go?
If we're trying to hit every. Did we miss a room in the room with the steam breath thing?
No.
Okay. So the only way down was the hatch. I'm just
If there was another one, you didn't see it.
Right.
Sure.
And 1 vote for right, 2 votes for right, 3 votes for right. Come on.
I'm thinking.
We just
Thoradin.
need one more vote.
Sure, I don't care.
Right, alright, well.
I'm actually, like,
stupid fucking creatures.
Slightly distracted because I just remembered I would have had to change back from being an eagle for that.
Oh.
Unless
Yeah, unfortunately, you
those
would have had to.
Sphinxes spoke giant eagle language.
No, you would have had to change back.
Damn.
the surprise of knowing, it's like, oh, my God!
All right, so you start heading down that hallway.
I should have just
I answered
mentioned corn
Wait.
from the beginning.
just corn.
Because the first thing that popped into my head was fucking corn, but I'm like, no, that's
You
not
I
are
should
corn.
have said corn because as soon as you said corn, I was like, that's completely right.
Yeah, I realized that in
Because
hindsight.
that's what I was trying to think, was something that you eat in layers. Like,
Or-
you take off one
Or
layer.
onions.
Ogres.
Do you think that? No, you don't throw
'Cause you
away
don't
any
eat
part
the
of the inside
bones.
of the onion.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
away
throw
the
away the heart.
outside of the skin.
Well, just the outside.
The answer was
none
corn.
of
I
the
don't know what to
inside.
tell you.
Sometimes you throw away the heart.
You don't.
I was thinking, like,
No,
If it's just
artichoke,
green and leafy,
So, who?
but
Who does that?
we do at work.
Why?
Okay, but that's situational. You always throw away the middle part of the
Yes,
corn.
yes.
There's no one out there being like, fucking love the middle part of corn.
just gonna eat that
The dogs
cob.
do.
Okay,
Yeah, but dogs don't cook it.
dogs don't cook it.
For the dog.
Yeah, but the
Okay, but you're getting into
cook
you're
it
getting
and
into
you eat it.
technicalities, and I allowed you one technicality with the whole brown snake.
Hey, I'm all about
Don't ask for
technicalities.
technicality to be wrong.
This ain't.
Yeah, you're
boxing.
definitely technicality in the way it's not supposed to go.
Are you sure it's corn?
This isn't
Yes.
boxing or fucking UFC. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, if it gets me the win, I'll go off with technicality. Even though in this case it'd get me the loss. It's a win in my book.
Being able to talk when the DM isn't is always a win.
What?
I learned from the Fred School of Roleplay.
Oh yeah, see, it's just
If you
the
can't
more
stop me from talking, you can't stop winning.
you can't.
Can't
The
stop
GM
annoying
can't
people
say
you
the
mean.
player is wrong if the
Can't
player
stop
never
yourself.
stops talking.
Yeah,
This
you
is
can.
this is rule in
You
government.
just gotta keep winning.
You just
gotta
keep
winning.
going. You just keep talking, and nobody can interrupt you.
Yeah,
That's
people can totally
that's
interrupt
called
you.
a filibuster.
No, it's not.
You can't.
No,
you
that's
can't
not
interrupt
as
a
words
filibuster. You can't interrupt a
It's
filibuster.
actually easier to filibuster.
Yeah, I think the filibuster, you don't actually have to do anything. You do,
Yeah,
one
as long as
person
the
does
person's
have
talking.
to
No,
talk.
you can just declare it. They made it
Well,
easy.
Did
You
they-
don't actually have to
Yeah.
continuously talk.
It used to be that you had to talk,
Yeah.
and like if you fucking stepped away, like to use the bathroom or some shit, or you fucking had to sleep,
Your
then
case was done.
Then
I
you-
know.
that is.
But now you can't
lame.
just declare filibuster. Yeah, that I forgot.
Huh.
But-
Okay. So as you walk down the hall, Asura
They're
and
really
Greta,
good at holding their breath.
as you step into the water, Greta, you take 3 damage as acid starts eating through your boots, and Asura, you take 7 damage as acid starts eating through yours.
Use magic boots.
Doesn't matter.
Does that damage the boots?
No.
Oh, okay.
Goes around the boots.
So can we back up?
Yeah, you can.
So there's water in
What's
it now,
wrong?
but it's acid.
Ow.
No, the water itself doesn't seem to be acid. When you pull your feet back, there's a little bit of like green slime still attached to your boots that's continuing to burn.
Huh.
What do you do?
But you wish you got those horseshoes now.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Actually, it would have been my horse that
Would I be able to
took
try
the
and
damage, right?
neutralize that with
No, your
alchemist
horse would
potion?
have been able to walk
Or
across the top of the
alchemist
water.
potion?
It
No.
didn't have the horseshoes in his upper, so yeah, your horse takes 7 as it steps onto the.
Shit.
Yeah, sorry. No,
Also,
it's
no,
really-
I bought 3 extra things of alchemist supplies just in case.
Well, that's fine. But
would
what
I
are you
be
guys
able to-
doing?
Would I be able to try and roll something for alchemist supplies, like a negating agent, to stop the burning process, or is it stop?
Yeah, you scrape the acid off of him,
Okay.
but the water still seems to have the slime in it.
Wonder if it's the same for the other.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Water
this-
walk actually will work for this.
So you
Huh.
want to cast water walk?
Because
People can target.
it lets you pass over stuff like acid and
Okay.
Ritual casting.
as if it was harmless scrap.
Is normal casting it or ritual casting it?
I'll ritual cast it.
How many people can you target, or is it just an AOE?
I think 10.
More than that.
Yeah,
Alright,
10
you
healing creatures.
cast the water walk, and then you guys walk over it. You come down the hall, and it eventually comes to 2 choices. You can pop a left, or you can go about an extra 10 feet and then there's an immediate right. The left goes down about 50 feet to a door. The right, if you go down to check, it goes down to about 50 feet to a door.
Doors look exactly the same.
They look wooden with iron bands, and they look slightly swollen from the dampness.
Left, so just the first one we come across.
Whoa.
I have one for right, one for left. What do you want?
Right.
Right.
Because we went right to get in here. So.
Okay.
No, yeah, let's keep right.
I have 3 rights.
Right.
That makes a left.
Okay.
No, that means we turn around.
No, 3 rights makes
make
a left.
Yeah.
So you take another right,
That means we're turning around.
you head down to a swollen door that is going to need some force to get open. Well, what do you? Well, actually, I should ask. What do you do at the door?
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Roll perception.
I'll perceive that door. Nice. I got a 27 on perceiving that door.
The door's fine, but we'll need a strength check to get open.
Since it's swollen, I'm gonna try and find a spot to anchor myself just in case.
I will assist you.
Because the last time somebody fucked with a swollen door.
Hey. Stop talking about that squig.
Strength.
You're
24.
fine anyways. What do
You get the door open. Inside is a chamber, the bottom of which is covered in like a sort of muddy, watery muck. Not enough to be like slippery or anything, but the floors definitely aren't clean. Again, there's like the 1 foot of water basically everywhere on this floor.
Which we now
There
float
are
safely on top.
9 floating silver spheres in this room.
That doesn't seem safe.
What do you do?
Are they
They-
floating in any kind of pattern, or is
Nope.
there anything?
How
There are
far?
the square is 9. They're all like basically right next to each other. The room is basically 9 squares, like a 3 by 3.
Oh.
There's 1 in each, and they fill the whole room.
I'll step into one
I'm
of
gonna
the squares with one of the
let's
things and see
Fair
what.
perception.
It looks like there's something inside, but you can't tell what it is.
How far off the ground
They're
are they?
about 2 feet in diameter and float about 5 feet off the ground.
I want to nudge the sphere.
Which sphere?
The one that I'm right next to.
The first one we come across as soon as we go through the door.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a bad idea, but I might as well.
You
Just
nudge
wanted
the
to-
sphere, and it breaks, causing a key and what looks like a rolled up scroll of parchment to fall into the muck.
Fuck.
Well, you can pick them up.
Yeah, but okay, well, I'll pick them up, but.
There is a silver key and a spell scroll of fear.
There you go.
You're right, man.
Let's punch all of them.
Yeah.
They are treasure orbs.
Okay.
Supposedly.
We should probably do that one at a time, just in case any of them are tricks.
Probably.
Alright, so who's breaking it open? And
This is Minesweeper.
I
2. Okay, there's 2
will
bad
use. I will. Yeah, I will go next. I will use my dagger to poke the next closest one,
there are 2 next. There are technically 3 next closest ones.
or the next closest one. Let's say to the left.
To the left of where you enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Hit one with your dagger. As you do so, another key, a bunch of golden and ruby and emerald encrusted jewelry drop to the muck. Additionally, a creature explodes out of it. 8 feet tall, made entirely of wind with angry eyes and lightning coming through its body.
So now
I want initiative.
Tall and
red.
made of tin.
It's a storm elemental.
this is also a reward.
Okay, you can't take his head now.
I can still fight it.
She likes to
Sure.
rock.
8.
Card. I'm on.
16.
Immense.
We still break them all open at once.
Thoradin.
20.
Squig.
19.
21.
There's a key and what?
A key, a bunch of jewelry, and
Storm thing.
Clearly the storm elementals are now. It came out of his egg and popped open.
He's imprinted on us.
Yes.
The lightning's decided that it's working.
We are some other
What about the initiative roll?
I got a keychain. I got an elemental. Ah, lucky.
It's just to see who gets to hug it first. That's the initiative for. Who gets to hug it first?
In all this excitement, I forgot. Even though I rolled it.
Move on.
it goes first. It attacks Greta. Yeah, I did. You said 21.
No, you did.
No.
Yeah, you
I got 22. I was even waiting. I don't know. I got higher than one of you two, I forget. Maybe Jordan.
Yeah, that's Thor who rolled 20. I rolled 19. You
Yeah,
said
that's.
21.
I have you as 19. You as 20. I have you as 21, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Still goes first.
It's another monster.
Oh man, that's my wife and dogs.
I don't know.
It's true.
Monsters.
That's
or
what people
waifu.
call them.
What's your armor class?
Who's?
Gunnar?
18.
Yeah, I don't know any monsters. It's
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah.
well, there you go. Find a book of that. There you go.
Well, no, the joke is that people call it waifus.
Really?
Yeah, because like monster robots.
I actually forgot the things.
They just went over.
Okay. It swings out with its fist and misses as you duck it. However, the other one comes around and bops you on the head. This one's striking for 15 damage as it bashes it. It is now Grenna's turn.
Neat.
I have roll.
Attack it.
And its gooey center is dead.
Oh man, I forgot to get the bottom.
But I'm allergic to that.
You know what's gonna happen.
I forgot to ask the Sphinxes if there was any cake here.
You think they have cake here? You know you ruined their birthday by answering all their questions correctly.
No fucking.
I didn't answer all the questions.
They do.
Well, I didn't
Or
answer
the
if
group.
you want to do that, you go back to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said
It's
fucking
not,
wrestling.
yeah, it's not my
I
thing.
got-
I ruined their birthday, so what?
Guys, take it.
Okay.
I got 19 to hit on the first one,
A 19 hits.
and a 17 to hit on my second one.
That also hits.
Also cool. Uh, 14 damage on the first hit,
Okay.
and 16 damage on the second
Okay. Sorry, turn.
hit. You know what? Actually, this is pretty cool. I feel excited. They will actually
Swinging for the fence.
that's another 19. Hits. And like a 22, so first one 18 damage. And the second one's 11 damage.
Okay. You slash into it 4 times, causing wind to bluster as it shrinks in size. It is not Thoradin's turn.
Not distracted series.
Sure, you can roll an Arcana.
I got 10.
It's an air elemental. Pretty obviously. What is it? What is your action?
Oh, honestly, a banishment, unfortunately. Out of character, I now David's a good time. Main character, Thoradin just wants it done.
It's pretty wounded.
Yeah, it did take 4 attacks.
You don't have to use this.
So you can't really get up to it. That's there's no like space here. It's free.
This is a 3x3 round.
Filled with ropes.
So to find them.
So you're fine? Alright. He makes a dex save against what? You got a 17.
No, he beats it because it's 13.
Unfortunately, he dodges the save of fight. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
It is now Squig's turn.
Shit, there's no open space for me to summon the turret that it could shoot in.
Maybe on the wall.
Yeah. Okay, look at that. Since the first time of the day, free summon.
Okay.
Yeah, Swamp. And Swamp will take a shot.
Alright, roll it. Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, that is a miss.
Okay.
Same turn.
Yeah, take my summon.
Okay. It is now Emerald's turn.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna move up in Primal Savagery. I will not be using Extendo Claws today.
You will not.
No, it's too strange.
You actually can't reach it because the spaces are filled. So you'll have to use extended claws.
Damn, fine.
Okay.
The claw longer.
It is different.
Yeah, those are the Xanathars.
How did that already?
Shit.
26 to hit.
26, that hits. Emerald throws 5-foot-long nails and slashes out with primal savagery. Extra range afforded by your spell sniper feat, turning a melee attack to a 10-foot range nail.
Oh my god, that's how that works too? I didn't know it did that for melee too.
It technically says it doubles the range of spell attacks. It's quite silly.
So he gets shocking grasp from.
So that
The
is
sorcerers can make shocking blast 30 feet.
Ooh.
11.
You can make any touch spell 30 feet. 11 acid damage. Okay. You slash out, burning it more. It cries out as it does. It's very wounded, and it is now Carac's turn.
I'll shoot it with the bow.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cast one. 21 to hit.
Okay.
8 damage for the first attack.
Okay.
And
You are using your feet. Well, I was curious.
I'll use it.
Okay, so 16 to hit
Yeah, 16.
and 18 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get on your next one?
See, I thought you were talking about Horde Breaker.
18 to hit and 17 damage. Wait, that's wrong. 24 damage.
4 damage? Okay. How do you want to do this?
Through its head. They don't have anything really solid.
No. But you strike in where its eyes are, the 2 arrows striking and causing it to just unravel itself, and it dies. When you gather up the thing, you find another key. Additionally, you find claws almost as long as myself. Claws almost as long.
I may not find it on the ground, but I did find the ability to do so.
12,000 gold worth of jewelry.
Alright.
Good.
Beautiful onyx rings and sphinx necklaces. There's an angel tear necklace. That's really beautiful.
Let's go find that merchant. I'll go get those hooves real quick.
Alright, do you break another one?
I'm gonna stand where I am and flump to javelin.
Okay. Which one?
The one on the far, the one on the right from the first row. When we walked in.
So
Okay.
we've only taken up the first row.
You pop that one. A bunch of silvery gray pieces of metal fall to the ground. A key falls to the ground. And 3 6-foot-tall creatures of shadow fall to the ground. Roll initiative.
3.
Sure.
2.
Car.
13.
Emron. Thoradin.
20.
Squig. Got it.
21.
Gonna goes first.
Are the 3 creatures of shadow in the same space?
No, they're in different spaces. They
Damn.
spread out to occupy one.
Was that first
And
row?
is it possible for me to
Yeah, you.
then I
Okay.
What happens to the people that were already in the room?
You get shoved out.
Damn. Okay.
It's just
I got 27 and 29.
those hit.
And I got 15 and then 14 for damage.
15 and 14 for damage.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were attacking one?
Yeah.
You slash into it twice and it dissipates in a puff of black smoke.
Then take an attack on
Alright.
Is it 1 or is it 2?
You'll get one. You only get them both back again when you actually switch.
That one was a 27 to hit.
Okay. 27 hits.
For 11 damage.
You slash into another one, wounding it, causing it to shriek. Wasn't a very good shriek. Whatever. It is now Thoradin's turn.
I'll still find out stop damage this time.
Okay. What's your DC?
13.
Dodges.
Oh, different.
Sorry. It is now Squig's turn. I think it was the exact order
Is
last
it?
time.
Did you?
No, enemies didn't go first.
Yeah, they did.
No,
Well, last.
Oh wait, sorry, never mind. The one you wounded attacks you. What's your armor class?
8.
Okay. It misses, the other one attacks you. That one misses too as you dodge out of the way of both of the hits. It is now Squig's turn.
Maybe we could use or roll to know it in the car.
Yeah, religion. You've seen them before, they're shadows. The thing that drains strength.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh no.
They're half dead.
Yeah,
It's almost as if 7 levels later, suddenly shadows aren't as much a threat to you guys anymore. Crazy how that works.
I don't know. I think they're still pretty dangerous to ever enemy.
I'm
they
still
hit you,
terrified.
the chance of hitting you is a lot lower too.
Have Flump shoot at the one that is already damaged.
Alright, roll it.
9.
That misses.
I am going to take out the +1 dagger that I have. It has these views on it. Yeah. Throw it at the one that is damaged.
Deal.
20. Hit.
That hits. Oh, nope.
That is a 4. For 5.
You throw your blade, it strikes into the thing's head, causing it to dissipate. It's defeated. The thing, after you throw it, it flies back through the air, whistling as it flies back into your hand. You can throw it again.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering which type of throw or returning it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, toss it the other one.
I mean, you can decide if it swings back to your hand or if it teleports back and stuff.
If there's nothing impeding it, sure, it can fly back. $16?
That hits.
Okay. Six.
It gets it in the gut as it flies back to your hand. It's not Carac's turn. Breaking the chain. It was almost an exact copy of Lost Initiative until Carac outrolled it wrong.
Has this one gone yet?
Wait, yes. Sorry. I know you want to be like, I'm playing all this.
I roll all the d20s.
18.
That is.
19 damage.
Your arrow strikes it through the heart. Well, what would be a heart if it wasn't super dead? Yeah. The silvery gray pieces are actually 300 pieces of lead
Oh boy.
and another key. The lead is not worth it.
It's good for.
Oh, there are 3
breaking
more.
it down.
There are 6 more orbs. You gonna keep breaking them?
Yeah.
Okay. You break another orb. Out falls a potion. Do you guys make any effort to catch these? now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that we know that it's only.
Okay, you catch a potion. It's kind of light watermelony green, with what looks like a effervescent feather inside of it. It's a potion of flying.
Which orb?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And additionally, there's another key in there. You break another one. 11 glass gems in colors from rose to gray to green to purple, and another key. Yeah, they do look like when you hold them up, you get a better look at their glass. So they look cool, but they're not worth anything. The last one in this row you break comes out a bunch of jewelry, another key, and a gray ooze. Roll initiative.
We fought one of these.
Yeah. Forge of Fury.
Worse.
Oh, come on!
9.
These are the things that damage non-magical armor and hurt non-magical weapons. Carac.
20.
Emerald.
6.
Thoradin.
20.
Squig.
5.
Have you gotten 20 every combat this mission?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Lucky
You've also missed every time too, but it's like a weird. Sorry, Granna.
17.
17. Okay. Thoradin or Carac goes first. Whoever wants it more.
Okay.
Alright, I'll shoot at it with the bow, obviously.
Sits over here like they keep killing things.
24.
Before I can even go.
Roll 2.
I haven't rolled above a 9.
Okay, never mind.
So actually, there's someone out there in the universe who rolls worse than me. I didn't think it was possible, but there's a man, and his name, as it is completely totally pronounced, is Will Wheaton. And Will Wheaton rolls ones all the goddamn time. He is cursed. He is cursed, Sid. He rolled 50 rolls over 2 sessions. Only like 12 of them were above a 10. 10 of them were crit fails. Out of 50 rolls.
Yeah, I've heard
The
of
man
that.
is. They switched dice halfway through. It does not matter. He is a black hole which luck is sucked into. And he kept yelling the entire time, "Nobody believes me! But it's true, you see it, you all see it now!"
Didn't he also like burn One Piece and shit like that?
No, he didn't have this.
Okay.
That was another guy.
25 to hit.
That it's almost certainly. I'm pretty sure it's
someone
80.
yelling, nobody believes me.
Oh, yeah. If you ever want to see Will Wheaton, Wesley from Star Trek Next Generation, yell, "No one believes the curse!" It's hilarious.
29 damage for the first
Okay.
I don't know. Never mind.
Crit.
Yeah. Twice in a row.
Okay, so how much damage did you do?
It's 25. I did 29 the first time. This time it is 24.
So your 2 arrows strike into it, causing it to splatter all over the wall. I'm not even gonna look up its health. I know it doesn't have 50 fucking health.
Yeah, you lose.
Gimme candy. What you doing?
What are you doing, guy?
You're the candy man.
God, I'm sorry, jeez.
You wanted to crit the first one if I didn't tell him to roll a third die.
Yeah, I wouldn't have crit the first time if Jeff didn't tell me. You have
Oh, maybe Jeff should
accuracy
get.
at-
No, I'm joking. Anyway, a bunch of fake glass of jewelry and a false key were the other things in there.
False key.
Or, sorry, not a key. Because there was fake glass jewelry, so my mind was in fakes.
Okay. So far, out of all the keys we've gotten so far, do they all look exactly the same?
That looks similar, yeah. You break open another one. There is a spell scroll of Hold Person and another key. Then, lastly, there is a key and a silver ring. As the ring falls into your hand, you hear a voice call out from it. "Stop before you put me on. I confer the following powers upon my wearer. Invisibility, haste, immunity to charms, the ability to fly once a day, detect magic, and one singular wish. I also provide the benefits of protection and spell turning. The only drawback, however, is once a year, I permanently eat a small part of your life. I must be warned before I leave this room. Merely carrying me away is impossible. If I am ever removed from my wearer's finger, however, all my powers are lost. So you must decide, right now, who will wear me forever."
And also have their lifespan shortened randomly
How
every year.
much?
I think he's lying.
Yeah, probably. But how much life do you supposedly steal, Rain?
A small portion.
Small portion.
A couple
for
of years.
a couple of years for a human, or a couple of years for an elf? Because those are very different.
No, I'm sorry, you're not human.
No.
Then a mere pittance for you.
Will you be losing life? Not
Do you
to.
have identified?
Can I roll an insight?
It's a ritual.
See if this ring is lying to us.
Sure.
I don't know how exactly that would work because the ring is lying to this.
Ancient magic, so.
The ring is sweating as he says this. 16.
Sounds a little practiced. Like it's been waiting on this speech for a while.
Does that mean it's lying though? Or just
Insight doesn't tell you if it's lying.
Ritual cast identify.
So I think it's been practicing in the mirror.
Ritual cast identify is not.
Can ritual cast identify? It appears to have all these powers, except for wish. It doesn't appear to have that.
I'll send you a character you're lying about
What? No, I'm not. Don't be ridiculous.
this spell.
What's your
Besides-
name, Ring?
I have no name. I am a magic ring.
You can talk though.
I have been programmed to talk.
I don't know how
Do you not have a personality or a will?
I am only to answer questions. You know, one of you just put me on already.
I do not know how to ask
Please
this, but
ask
does it
them.
require attunement? I don't know how to ask. I don't know if attunement is the word you use in character.
No, it doesn't require attunement.
That sounds too good to be.
That's a lot of better.
To not require attunement. I'm pretty sure this thing's cursed.
And yet, I like the cut of its jib. Kind of want to put it on anyway.
Additionally, the Lost Sphere has gems worth 600 gold and another key. So, do any of you put the ring on?
Probably cursed.
Okay, so you're going to leave it behind?
Let's see.
Someone has removed curse though.
Let's call its. Oh, you are correct.
Yeah.
I was gonna say let's call its bluff and try to take it out of the room because maybe
Okay.
it's not true.
But it'll lose all
So
the
who's
properties.
putting it
It
on?
did say it would lose
Yeah,
all
someone has
the
to put it on now.
property.
So is anyone putting it on now?
I trust Thoradin.
What if it like gives a disadvantage on?
No.
So
you
I'll
can't
put it.
on
No,
authority.
I was gonna say I trust Thoradin, so I'll put it on.
Okay.
So you're going to put it on? Alright. You are immune to charms. Can cast detect magic, invisibility, haste, and fly once a day. Additionally, the ring functions as a ring of spell storing and a ring of protection. So you can increase your AC and all your saves by 1.
Are there any spells on it already?
What do you mean? No, all those spells are in it.
Oh.
Is also a spell story?
No, spell turning, sorry.
Oh.
Did I say storing? That was
Yes. I was like, what? What is spell turning?
When spells are casted, you have a chance to reflect them.
Okay.
Caitlin goes to heal Squig.
Oh.
I know.
I'm
just
healed.
So what do you guys do?
That actually does work that way in Dragon
Push Squig out
Quest,
the room and see
so-
what happens.
You push Squig out the room?
Yeah.
Or did in the older one.
Squig, you're pushed out the room.
But not
Your
now.
AC goes back down.
It shut off.
Come back in the room.
Do you go back in the room?
Wait, he was wearing it though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you go back in the room?
Yes.
It doesn't come back.
You broke it.
Was the deal supposed to be that you never leave the room?
I think so.
You broke it.
Take it off. It's useless now.
You broke it.
Can I
What
take,
were you going to stay in the room for?
can I take it off?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you
It's a
broke it.
basic silver ring with 5 gold.
Well, if you had to stay in the room forever, it wasn't that useful.
How
Maybe it was
peculiar.
through that door.
You could.
There was only one door.
You can fly in a 9-foot.
Should have cast
You-
all those
Alright,
spells first and then left the room. Damn it.
Should have fought all those things with the ring.
So,
and then left.
where do you go now? You going to double back to that other door?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Okay. You head back. You head down the chamber. Go back a little bit. And then you head up. There's another door at the end of this hall.
I would say I'd like to hold on to the key since I have a lockpick.
Check
There's
the
certain
door.
thieves' tools, so I can actually probably match it up to the door.
20.
That's,
20? The door's fine, but it needs to be strength open. You have a feeling all the doors in here are going to require strength
I
open.
will help Greta.
Gotta roll with advantage.
They've all become fat with water weight.
17.
Okay. The door opens.
Cool.
Okay. As you enter, 5 flesh golems are clustered amongst the north wall. Each has a number on its chest: 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. Number 5 speaks. One of us does not belong with the others. If you can pick it out, it will serve you, and the others will allow you passage. If you pick the wrong one, we will kill you. You have 60 seconds.
What
And you actually have 60 seconds. Go.
What were the numbers?
Identify.
5, 7, 9, 11, 13.
Which one's not a prime number?
5, 7.
9. 9 is the
9
prime
is
number.
not.
9.
So you shout 9? Or
Yes.
you go... What exactly do you say? You point to 9 and say
9.
that one?
I never forgot.
But it is a magic number.
Okay. The rest of the golems kind of just, like, don't do anything. Number 9 walks forward to you and says, I am at your service.
Eh. It is a flesh golem.
Iron golem.
Iron golem. You said flesh golems.
No.
How long did that take us? 17 seconds?
17 seconds.
Sorry, see, when you said that, Rob, did you hear flesh golems as well? Cause you,
I heard flash.
Oh, it was flesh golems. Yeah, no, you're right.
oh, they were all.
I thought they were iron.
Iron Golem sounds cooler.
Flesh golem is just...
I don't
Okay.
know if
Was
one's
that
stronger than
iron
the
giant?
other.
No, that was.
So...
Is there anything else in this room?
It's just gonna follow us around until it dies? I guess?
If you ask it to.
Okay.
Yes,
Can you lead us in any way?
Yeah.
I was just
Not
It
if
leads
we
you
mean
up. It leads you up towards a short flight of stairs that leads into a dry corridor. Just along the corner is a turnstile.
Like at a
turnstile
bus station?
rotates only one direction.
Turn.
Oh.
You have a very difficult chance getting through it. However, or it looks like you would have a difficult chance. You probably have to be pretty strong to rip it out. The golem moves up, grabs the turnstile, and rips it out of the wall. Follow me.
Okay.
Oh, right.
You walk up to a door, and before you can check it, the flesh golem rears back and punches the door off before saying, "Follow me." The door opens into a stone platform in a large natural cave. Opposite the entrance, in the distance, is another stone platform. Between them, a series of wooden discs is suspended from the ceiling by massive steel chains. The cave floor seems to be covered by a pool of boiling mud.
Ooh.
So,
Has it been an hour yet?
since what?
Since I cast Waterlock.
No.
Then we still have Waterlock.
Okay.
About the gold.
But you can't get up.
Yeah. But if we can get up there, we're safe from that boiling mud.
Well, the thing is, the boiling mud is across the room,
Oh, yeah, we're fine.
and the only way to get to the place on the other side is on those discs hanging from the ceiling.
So we gotta jump, test the disc.
Look at the picture, but don't read any of the words.
Ah, okay.
Oh, it's one of those challenges.
God. I thought they were
But the
all like
boiling
up
mud
on
is
the
on the
ceiling
bottom?
and we
Yes.
The boiling mud is on the bottom. It's
Yeah,
what
but we
awaits
don't
you.
want to cross it.
But the thing is, the chamber on the other side is up in the air. So that's not going to help you.
Let's see,
there
we're
was
just
just
hanging.
like
Yeah.
low enough to the ground we can start on.
Yes, there's one that starts low, and they keep going higher and higher and lead up to the chamber on the other side.
Does that mean
Well,
Okay.
the
Wait,
golem can't?
what about your thing? Can you just have it carry you across? Along the wall?
It could, but that'd only help you.
Go.
Yes, I will hop onto.
I'm guessing this is the only way.
Start
'cause
spider
the
climbing
golem
across.
isn't really doing anything.
Actually, never mind. So, as you send your
Oh yeah, no, I'm hopping up on.
you get up and you start to head on. You get about 15 feet out on the side of the room before your things start like slipping and sliding down. It appears as if the walls are covered in some sort of slick, phosphorescent like algal scum. You fall into the mud. You take 6 damage, but technically, since you land on top of the mud, you only take the 6 damage, and you're able to run off.
Bump
before
doesn't
you
have
run.
water walk on him.
No, it sinks in and is.
But
If he did, he wouldn't have slipped. Probably. I don't know.
I'm sorry, honestly, what did you say?
what's the
I'm sad.
The
So I didn't
golem
hear
just
it.
looks, seems to be waiting to see what you guys want to do.
Okay.
Or actually,
How nice.
Roll notebook stuff.
Please don't throw me.
Throw a squig at that door.
No. No.
Technically, Asher is the one who answered the thing.
That's true.
No,
You could
you
tell him to
actually
throw
gotta
Squig
do
across
that.
the thing. You're not sure if he could.
Perform the goblin dunk.
That would be amusing to watch.
Listen,
But,
This session is brought to you by Barkley. Shut up and jam guide you.
Which one?
do we have enough rope that if one of us goes to get across, we can drop it down?
How far across is it?
we can maneuver
Hold on.
across them
I'm looking at
as
something.
long as we make the checks.
Yeah. Jump onto thing. Jump
Yeah,
onto
see,
thing.
the
Jump
make
on
the checks part is kind of the part I'm worried about.
Just have Thoradin have guidance on
You
everyone.
could probably just fly.
Yeah, I could use another of my wild shapes, of which I only have 2 of.
Said the walls were
Can we
split.
do the thing where we give one of the strong people the eagle whistle and they just fly everyone across?
Good.
I need to ask once
We
he's
got
looking up,
the-
whatever he's looking up.
Yeah.
We got 3 charges per dawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Who has the lowest strength?
Yo,
Okay. So, the golem moves up, attempts to grab Emeron, and put Emeron over his shoulder and says, "Follow me." And then
Okay.
moves over and jumps and reaches out for the chain.
I'm just gonna ragdoll.
Okay.
it's a
Okay.
flesh column.
Just gonna go limp.
Are flesh golems like gross? They're
I would think so.
They're like
I
corpse.
don't know, are they?
Yeah, they're like corpses stitched
little bit,
together.
yeah.
It's not as bad as the gibbering mouther.
Oh,
This
hell
is fine.
Okay.
I've touched worse. This is okay.
All right.
As long as he's not slimy.
I'll follow it if it's gonna grab Imran and jump across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Follow.
Well, you're gonna have to go one at a time because it probably can't support too much weight.
Right.
So it jumps onto the first one, grabs, and as it does, the weight immediately causes it to swing back and forth. It's very heavy.
But it uses its momentum.
But it holds onto the chain. It's very strong.
Can't imagine why.
As it does, on the far side of the room, part of the mud begins to boil, and a huge geyser of superheated steam issues forth. Now, you're all across the room. That being said, you all take 6 damage, with the exception of the 2 people with fire resistance, who take 3, as just the room heating up from it deals damage to you.
If we
Now,
reach that
The
is...
thing holding on to you, as it feels the heat on it, goes "Argh!" and grips itself. It doesn't seem to like that.
Fire bad. Fire bad for flesh columns.
Did I also take heat damage?
Or no, sorry. Yes, you all take that damage, but actually you can all roll me a dexterity saving throw, and you might take half, depending on what you roll.
Can't really.
You still can.
Okay.
You have to be
Are
incapacitated
they all
to not
here?
make that type of roll, right?
Everyone except for Emeron and the golem.
I got 23.
What did Sure got?
I should have more.
Yeah. Says 16.
I got 3.
How much did I take? That's what I was asking. Is
You
21.
took 3, but I'm gonna give me 1 second. You got a 21.
Yeah.
You took 1. What did you get?
30.
You took 3.
Jeez.
What did you get?
23.
You took 3. What did Thoradin get?
I'm gonna make it
But I'm asking what you got.
not any of those. So I don't know.
Just
Yeah,
tell
right.
me
You
what
don't
you
know
got.
the roof.
Well, it's the fact that I'm asking you. I don't want you to tell me if you got it or not. I'm asking you to tell me. Thank you. You take 3 damage. What did you get?
11.
You take 6 damage.
10.
You take 6 damage. Additionally, whoever's going next can make their first athletics check.
Does it jump off to the next one already?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I got a 10, so probably not that great.
Is water walk concentration?
No.
Okay. So you got a 10. You reach out, miss, fall into the boiling mud, but since you're on top of it, you only take the D6 falling damage.
This one sucks.
You take 3.
But
I'll
imagine
get
how
up
much
and-
worse it could have been
Yeah.
if you fell into the mud.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try again. If no one
So
tries
on the
to go
next
for it.
turn, you jump one more time. And you're going to try again, unless someone's going to go on. He's still getting out of the mud.
Is that
I'm
a
gonna try going.
Okay, then roll me an athletics check.
10.
falls on top of the car.
We're never getting out of this fucking room.
You've been here for like a minute. You take 2 damage.
Is that ridiculous?
No, because it's
How
falling.
much core work? Centers are.
So,
I got 15 this time.
alright, you get up over there. I should say you get up 1, you fail to get up 1. Who else is rolling athletics?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm gonna try again.
Hold on, I'm going to do it
Continue
one
with
after
the
the
whistle
other.
idea.
Well, someone can take the whistle if they'd rather.
We already forgot about the
Dex or
whistle. We
Athletics.
immediately forgot about the
Should probably give it to Squig.
Or you can have a strong person do it.
Yeah,
Who
I
cares?
got top person is one that makes
24?
sense.
Alright, you get up there. Thoradin, or you get up 1.
Cast and fly.
Alright, you cast fly on yourself and fly to the other side. Did you want to use the eagle whistle? Sure.
Do we want to?
Probably.
Because you don't have to use fly if I use the eagle whistle.
Well, you could grab Squig.
Right, you
I
can start
grab
taking other
everyone.
people while he does fly.
Alright. Well, it's Carac, so it's up to him.
That's fine.
It's the groups.
I had offered it as a solution.
Yeah, no, we forgot about it, but yes. Sure.
Okay, you take Squig and start flying up there. I still need athletics check from the 2 of you.
Me?
No, Carac and
11.
11. You try to jump to the second one, but fall. Taking 8 damage, falling onto the surface of the mud.
Okay.
I got 10. Or wait, hold on. Actually, I got 11.
Unfortunately, you fall as well, taking 8 damage. If you want to wait by the surface, he can keep flying back and forth and carrying you if you'd like. Or you can keep
Not
going
yet.
if you'd like to. Okay, well
Can
then.
you carry the horse?
I can
No,
dismiss
you
it.
can dismiss it and then
Oh, right.
I already dismissed it because I obviously can't maneuver the horse in this room when we got in here.
Fair enough.
So yeah, athletics check. I'm gonna need 6 athletics checks.
That one's 7 or 18.
I assume you're just waiting for a pickup.
I'll go to.
I'll just pick you up.
27.
I
Okay.
fall for the first one.
Yeah.
Because I got an 11 again.
You take 3 damage.
Alright.
Try again?
This one's
You take 3 more damage.
Stop!
she's has 20.
Okay, that works.
I'll wait now. Cause
So that was 3.
Yeah, there's 3. I need 3 more.
I need 3 more.
God. If we didn't have other solutions, we
This
would
one's
have never
11.
made it out of this goddamn room.
You fall, taking 14 damage. Additionally, as you're carrying him back and you're falling on the ground, the geyser erupts again.
oh,
I need the 3 of you to roll me. Well, I need all of you to roll me dexterity saving throws.
Oh god, that you jump, land on the thing, grab, take damage from this thing, and it could knock you off
That's
while you're
fine.
on the
Oh.
discs.
Oh shit.
It wasn't knocking me off while I was on.
You
What
didn't
number
get
was it?
blasted
15.
by this
Yeah.
thing while somebody was on the disc.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to blast you if you're on the disc.
I don't think any of us have been on a disc when the thing erupted.
Okay, so what did you get? Emron?
20.
You take 2 damage.
16.
You take 2 damage.
17?
Or no, sorry, you take 1 damage, and you take 2 damage. Additionally, the 2 of you, what did you get?
16,
12.
13.
No, not you. These 2.
13.
13. Yes. I just put them down. Okay. You guys got a 13 and a what?
16.
And a 16. You both take 17 damage as you are substantially closer to the geyser. Wait. 8 damage as you are substantially closer to the geyser.
Wouldn't I also take the damage since he's carrying me?
No,
No,
he
he's-
dropped you off and came back for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at
That's
the
why I was
door.
from-
Okay.
You're at the door on the other side. All
So-
3 of you are at the door on the other
Is
side.
that after the reduction?
Yes, the 8 is post reduction because you failed your save but have resistance, and he made a save. Now you, what did you roll?
12.
What did Grenna roll? Okay. You
On the
are
dex.
pretty close to the geyser and take 27 damage.
Wow.
However, you continue taking him to the other side.
Then I guess I'll start again.
Okay.
Uh, 24.
24. That succeeds.
Also 24.
That succeeds.
22.
That succeeds.
20. I think it's 22.
That succeeds.
And that was 4.
2 more.
Uh,
That succeeds.
uh, 21.
That succeeds.
Cool.
You get to the other side. The flesh golem punches this door down.
Am I still being held
No,
by it?
it-
Okay,
it's
put
not.
me down.
Follow me.
Could you... never mind.
No, he's fine.
As you continue in, the next chamber is filled with darkness, so deep that not even your dark vision can penetrate it.
Jeez.
However,
This
that is where we
advanced
are going to
darkness.
stop this week. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I did. I've been Mario Villas, your illustrious Dungeon Master. You can find more of me at Lights Camera Initiative on Twitter, where I speak for some people. Additionally, you can find me on Thursdays on the Greyhawk channel and on the Tainted Lands channel on Twitch, where I play 2 different clerics because... additionally, David, where can people find you?
I'm just artist David Harper on Instagram and Twitter.
And Caitlin, where can people find you?
I am Gobbitses at Twitter.
And do you guys have anything you want to tell the people about the session?
This is the best.
It's interesting so far. It's
I love this.
I'm interested in the other paths.
There'll be riddles throughout the entire thing,
my-
I'm guessing. Weird
Theory.
puzzles in a way.
Later.
That's fair. There probably will be more weird stuff in White Plume Mountain. Thank God for water
I'm
walking.
surprised that. When do we come across
That
the
room would have been
guy?
about 1,000% more deadly.
When do we come across the old guy at a bridge asking us our favorite color?
What is the flight speed of a swallow?
African or European?
I don't know. Anyway, Sid, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Rob, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Caitlin, say goodbye.
Bye.
Jeff, say goodbye.
Bye.
Ed, say goodbye.
See ya.
David, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye!